And now we're rocking and rolling. A short time ago, at a congressional hearing on drugs. Episode 66, Some New Dope. It's a time of legalization. Rebel ships, lobbying from a hidden base, have won numerous victories against the evil Didactic Empire. During one battle, rebel spies managed to steal a secret formula for the most potent dank produced as a ploy by the lobbyists. THC so powerful, 1/2 a toke will drown your sorrows for hours. Potency for one plant to fulfill the planet. Pursued by the evil Didactic agents, Prince Havatoke races home aboard his Cadillac Escalade Star Cruiser, carrying the formula that can save his people and restore freedom to the world.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy these nuts is insignificant.
Where are the stars of this piece of shit?
Broadcasting live from high atop Stonehead Peak in the Blue Mountain Range, overlooking gorgeous downtown Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, it's the Jeff and Dan Show. It's Wednesday, it's 7 o'clock, it's time for the Jeff and Dan Show. Girls, you were way too early for that, but that's okay, I still love you. Sorry we're late, ladies and gentlemen. The Russians stopped us and wanted to talk to us about Clump.
Nice.
Anyways, thank you everyone, and you are tuned into America's favorite podcast, The Jeff and Dan Show. Oh, you are loud. We are here every week, Wednesday nights, live at 7 o'clock, jeffanddan.com, or catch us at Spreaker.com/Jeff and Dan. But all of that doesn't matter now. You are here, and that is the most important thing. Thanks again for tuning in. I am Dan. Oh, my God. I am Dan of The Jeff and Dan Show, and it is my pleasure to welcome you here tonight. It's Thanksgiving, and the special Thanksgiving edition of The Jeff and Dan Show, we have... Is your cell phone spying on you?
Ooh.
Pies.
Yeah.
58 things you did not know had names.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And if we have time, we're going to do the Jeff and Dan official Thanksgiving movie quiz where you could win thousands in cashes and prizes. Cashes.
All right. Stashes.
Not really. We pay all prize recipients with Monopoly money, but you can feel good knowing that you beat out the other two listeners.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me guide your attention to across the room over that way and see that dark, mysterious man over there?
Yes.
That is Jeff of the Jeff and Dan Show. Please say hello to the other co-hosts. Good evening, Mr. Jeff. How are you?
Where my niggas at?
I'm fine. How are you?
We all be here, like...
Yes, we all be here, like, yes. I'm just demonstrating the Jeff and Dan Show's Dan's fart machine. So that way people will have a chance to understand or hear it and know that it's actually a viable
You
thing.
can hear it and you can feel it, but you'll never be able to fully appreciate it until you smell it.
That's right. Smell it, smell it. So, man, how are you, sir?
I am good. Who's this nice, kind gentleman here sitting beside me?
I'm not exactly sure. Oh, wait a minute, it's Roger. Never mind, man. What's happening, dude?
Hi, guys. It's I always love the time I get to spend on Christian radio with my two favorite hosts.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Yes. Yes, because we're both higher than heaven. Yes, Christian radio. This is Christian rock. You're listening to Jesus.
You know, we had a nice little religious talk on the way over here.
Yeah, we did.
And I think one of the things that might be holding me back from getting through is my appreciation for the smoke. But I do have a defense.
Yes.
I know we can't get high up in heaven. So I hurried up and tried to get high all I could down on earth.
Oh, it's like, in heaven there is no beer.
That's why we drink it here.
Yep.
And when we're gone from here, our friends will be smoking all the bud.
All the greenery, nice and away.
Yeah, I do have this feeling that my grave, there's going to be so much THC and so much that I smoked. I'm probably inhaled a seed or two. The plants are going to start shooting up.
Wow.
That's like the watermelon seed myth. When you were a kid, everybody's like, if you eat the seeds, man, you're going to grow them in your watermelon. Or
DEA will be at your grave once a year to take your plants.
Carve that shit out.
Do you ever think of going Rastafarian so you can incorporate your beliefs?
Well, you know, what about Amish?
What about Amish, Dan?
Well, they're Rastafarians, but they don't smoke weed and they're white.
But see, that does you no good.
And they wear hats and they have some weird beards.
But I'm white.
Doesn't matter.
If you think I was a Rastafarian I illegally tried to attempt to be a Rastafarian.
You could be an albino.
I want to be a pastafarian.
Pasta.
That's right. It's going to be wear a strainer on my head as it's my hat. It's the hat of
There
my
you
people.
go. That's right.
So,
My peeps.
what are you guys doing?
Well, we are getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yep.
And tonight we're going to talk about Thanksgiving.
Okay, cool.
So first, do you guys want to talk about pie?
Pie.
Okay, all right, here we go.
All right.
I'm just going to simply name off some types of pies, and you give me a yay or nay. And if you have something special that you would like to share with us, please go.
Somebody's on red alert, my friend. Hit the stop button. Unless you want that. Do we have an Amber Alert? My dog's going ape shit. Here's the red alert.
Who's the red shirt this time? I'm not the red shirt. You're the red shirt, aren't you? The red shirt.
We're all getting crazy with the red shirt.
I didn't even know we had a red shirt.
Yeah. I don't. I only own black. So, anywho,
Most of my shirts are gray, not by design, but just because
they look good.
Well, like you, I used to wear black all the time.
Yeah.
I got away from that.
Yeah.
But I don't really like wearing brights because then I feel
Stuck, like sticking out of a crowd or whatever.
ghetto.
Oh, got
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, black people look good when they wear all red.
Yeah.
When I look all red, I look like I'm trying to be a wigger.
You look like that bulb that fell off the Christmas tree. Holy
At
shit.
least that's what I feel like. I'm trying to be a wigger.
In Europe, you can wear color all the time because everybody does. You don't stick out.
So there's like millions of yellows, bright
Reds,
bright greens.
oranges, purples, greens, patterns. Yeah, they're all over. I dressed brighter than I do around here in Europe, but
So
it
the-
certainly didn't stick out.
So the ones that stick out are the ones that wear black and gray.
Yeah. Oh, look at these American artists. They think they're so cool.
Look at them. They're
Well.
beatnik and shit, walking around with our berets on.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you going to do?
Anyways, pies.
Pies.
I did this little.
I know one pie I'm definitely going to say yes to, but I also know another pie I'm definitely going to say no to. Unless, of course, I'm making the pie. Anyway, let's go. What do you got?
Well, first, I have to ask:
Okay.
Please ask.
is whoopie pie really considered a pie?
No.
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 It's more like a
misnomer.
sandwiched food or
Right.
something,
Okay.
If anything, I think it'd be closer to cake, like the center layers in cake.
Right.
Because
Well-
it's just like two pieces of cake with some shit in the middle.
It is cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the middle of the state, or the western side of the state, calls them gobs.
Gobs.
Yay! All right. Gobs.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have been outside Pennsylvania. Are whoopie pies common?
Thing.
Yeah, a thing? Do they exist?
I think they do.
Yeah.
I think usually they go by the whoopie pie name, but there might be other regions that have different names. Gobs is definitely West
Gobs
PA.
is regional without a
Right,
doubt.
right.
There's this big fight going on, and I think we're winning because we have more people. Pennsylvania versus Maine in the whoopie pie off.
Yeah.
Maine says, no, we created the whoopie pie.
No, it's a Pennsylvania
And
Dutch thing.
Pennsylvania said, no, we created the whoopie pie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Pennsylvania.
And then that guy on the Newlywed Game says, couples, when was the last time you made whoopie pie?
Yeah.
So, okay, whoopie pie is not a pie.
Correct.
Is pot pie a pie?
Can be.
Yeah, if only it's the crusted kind.
Right, the crusted kind.
So
Yeah.
the Central Pennsylvania
No, that's
Dutch,
not a pie.
it's not. I don't think so either.
No, they use
Stupid.
farfalle, bow tie, and pasta and shit, and put it in there.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Although I do think it tastes better.
I love it.
I have to tell you, I was born and raised for the first 10 years or so on the western side of Pennsylvania, and I came over to this side, and I already had all these preconceived words and things. Gobs.
right?
We called it pop.
Yeah.
It was chipped steak sandwiches.
Not steak and cheese.
In pot pie was something you got in a Swanson's box that you
Yeah.
put
Yes.
frozen. You put in the oven with
Yep.
a crust on top
Yeah.
and crust and on the bottom, and then it had a
Chicken
lovely
and vegetables,
gravy.
Yes.
And so that was Popeye. When I get to this side of the state, we're having Popeye. Oh, good. I love Popeye.
Yeah,
Popeye.
I love the crust. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and they look at you, crust.
Yeah. What's crust?
Oh, no, we're making this fresh.
Oh, the burnt fucking bow tie pasta at the bottom. Yeah, that's crust.
Have
You
you,
can
had
have that.
truly fresh pot pie? Not just egg noodles from
Yeah,
a...
yeah.
Yeah,
My wife
yeah.
makes her own noodles.
The thick, the
Yes.
just, yes.
Really?
Yes, from her
Home-
grandmother's
homemade noodles.
recipe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like a dumpling type
Yes.
feel to them more
Yes.
than there's anything else.
Yes.
She makes her own homemade needles.
Inject away.
Okay, next type. Is mincemeat really a pie?
Yes.
Yes, it is really a pie.
Have you ever tried it?
No, I will not try it. No.
I forgot what's in it.
It's actually
Meat.
meat, clove, raisins,
Razors.
cinnamon.
I think the raisins is the thing that I kept remembering. I was like, I don't want that in my pie. You know.
Oh well, but that's it. It has a typical, raisin cookie type.
Raisin, yeah, that's what it
Taste.
is. It's raisin
A lot-
cookie with
and a
steak
lot of-
mixed through it.
Right. Exactly. It's almost like it's a wet pie, almost like a shoe fly pie, but the taste of the raisins, etc., is so overwhelming. If you can suspend the disbelief that there's meat going into your mouth in that pie, you wouldn't know it. It just tastes like a Pennsylvania Dutch cinnamon pie.
So you don't even taste any meat. You don't taste any beef.
You have
or-
to really put your mind into it
I've never even seen one, but what I can imagine is there's really not a lot of meat in it. It's more raisins and gravy
Right,
and sauce
right.
and
The shredded meat is a component. I think
Yeah.
it's shredded.
Is it shredded?
Is it shredded
I thought
or
it
is
was
it com-
cubed.
Is
Like
it really?
smaller
Oh
cubes.
no, I didn't know that.
I guess
Yeah.
it depends on.
I've seen
on-
mincemeat filling from a jar, and
Yeah.
it's
Like
Depends-
shredded.
mixed. It's shredded or
Yeah.
pulverized or something.
It's a good possibility that's the way it is in a lot of a lot of
Yeah.
places.
It
So
just
that could be
depends
considered the norm.
on whose pie you're eating.
That's right.
Okay, here we go. The rest of the pies. 12 classic pies for your Thanksgiving table. This
Here we
is
go.
the article that I stole it from BettyCrocker.com.
All right.
Coming in our survey this week, 12 classic pies. At number 12 is, of course, well, this probably should be number 1. Fresh apple pie.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
The fresh kind.
Yeah.
Not the frozen kind. This
Apple
is
crumb or solid crust.
stuff- Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of an apple crumb.
Me too.
The apple crumb. Yeah.
I like that too. Yeah.
Coming in number 2 in our survey, pumpkin pie. That's a given. That should be number 1. Pumpkin pie this
Number
time
2.
of year.
I think that one should be number 2. There's way too many things that say apple pie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People really think that. I think that's the one they think. That's the American,
Yeah,
pie.
American's apple pie.
Yeah.
Isn't that all year long now?
Pretty much.
Apple pie? I
Yeah.
mean, it's summertime. Anything American.
Which is weird because apples don't come in until after summertime.
Right.
So you got to think, man, those apples have been around for a long fucking time.
Well, with now the apples you're eating right now in the store
Yeah.
were picked last year.
Ah.
They put them in cold storage, I think, with nitrogen.
That makes sense.
Ugh.
And
So
it
they don't
just-
keep aging. Yeah.
Yeah, it just delays that apple aging
But
process.
they don't taste
gotcha.
good.
Yeah, I bet they will.
I mean, they
Yeah.
don't taste like anything.
Well, we have another system that we use too. It's we don't just buy from local when it
Right.
comes to that, especially if it's year round. We'll end up getting from like Chile and Argentina, and we even see like stuff coming over from Africa every once in a while.
Right.
It's like, oh, they got a great place to grow right there in the northern part of Africa. So, what the hell? But yeah. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. Let's go. What do we got?
Seed alert.
Yeah, now you're starting to think about turning the Sahara Desert into a big hydroponic.
Exactly. Exactly. Just some fish and water. We're good. That's Mother Nature do her thing. Anyway, what's that?
The next pie, coming in number 3 in our survey, which I don't see it as a Thanksgiving Day pie, the decadent pecan pie.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love a slice of pecan pie.
Yeah, we've gone over that name a couple of times already.
Oh, pecan.
Pecan, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pecan. I say it
Pecan is
all.
local pronunciation. Pecan is Western, I believe, because my mom and dad used to tear each other limb from limb about that.
Pecan, yeah, is also a southern thing too. So. At least a lot of southern that I know of. What's up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. The next one, French silk pie, which I will enjoy that any day,
Never had
anytime.
That's
Never had
chocolate,
it.
isn't it?
It's pretty much chocolate. Just
okay.
a more smoother pudding.
Oh, I've had chocolate pie, but I never heard it called French silk.
French silk is maybe you know what mousse, chocolate mousse.
Oh, yes.
is?
It's a step below that. It's
Yeah.
still a little creamier.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Add more pie, pudding. And
less whipped cream.
Yeah, yeah, that. All right. Anyway, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys guess the next one?
Cherry.
And it is incorrect. The next one is blueberry pie.
Yeah, now that's my
Nice.
favorite.
Yeah.
Crumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crumb.
I like that too. Yeah, crumbs. Yeah,
And it's so staining and so delicious.
exactly. Don't ever
Next
drop
on
it.
our survey, and I am almost ashamed to admit, a food lover like me, I have never tried this. The classic Thanksgiving Day lemon meringue pie.
Oh,
You're
oh
kidding.
my god, dude!
You know what? When you put pumpkin and chocolate in front of me
Oh, yeah,
with lemon pie, I ain't even going to see the lemon pie.
Right? Yeah,
I understand.
yeah. My wife loves these things called lemon bars, and
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like, you put them in,
yeah.
you cook them, and they're like brownies, but really thin and a lot denser.
Yeah.
And you eat them, they taste like fucking lemons, and you're just like, oh, what is that? You know?
Do you like lemon heads?
I do love lemon heads.
Do you like
They're
lemon heads?
like
Not really, no.
furniture polish around a ball of sugar.
Lovely
Put that in
pine
your
saw.
mouth. Your eyes start watering, your ears start dripping, and it's just.
I had a wedding to go to, and they had a candy bar, which is another thing about Western PA. They don't have candy bars at weddings.
Really?
In fact, I think in Western PA, the weddings are much better because they serve rigatoni, fried chicken. You're getting a meal.
Yeah.
You come to this side, and you're getting sandwiches.
Canapes,
and that's okay.
little weenies.
Just feed me, and we're all happy. Doesn't really matter what it is.
Yeah.
But I went to a wedding this weekend. Oh, yeah, and candy bar. Western PA doesn't have candy bars. They have candy bars out here.
Wait
Anyway,
a minute. They have them here? I thought you said they were out west.
they're not out west.
Oh, they're not.
Do you know what a candy bar at a wedding is?
No, I've never seen it.
You know what a candy bar at a wedding?
I was just picturing a big ass bowl of fun size candy bars.
Everybody starts picking
Close, close. The bride and groom or whatever take their favorite candies and open up a small buffet table, and you come along and take what you want.
Wow.
And so
No, I've never heard of that.
Is that in place of a reception?
No. It's just an added thing.
Oh, okay.
Just a thing. Maybe it's a new thing, and it's not a Western PA. Or anyways, they had lemon heads. I couldn't finish them. It's like I had to take it out of my mouth, and I could see where the yellow was separating from the white, and it is a ball of sugar
Yeah,
under
it
there.
is. It is.
And it's like I could not get there. My
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was so sour. My muscles were so sore. Anyways, coming in next on our survey, the cinnamon streusel sweet potato pie.
Never had.
I've had sweet potato pie. It's all right,
Yeah.
but it's this weird substitution for pumpkin. Which
Right.
is, I don't know. It's like if you have pumpkin, why not use pumpkin?
Right.
I love me some candied sweet potatoes.
So do I.
Am I going to be disappointed when I try the?
Yes.
Well, yeah. I guess
Because
it
it's
could go-
not the same as candied sweet potatoes. It's more like pumpkin pie.
Right,
It's the
it
way
is.
it's seasoned. And
Yeah, but there's an undertone there when you eat it. You can kind of taste something
Right.
additional in the back that you wouldn't get with pumpkin pie.
yeah.
But that was the thing. You have this wonderful pie. You can walk into any aisle practically right now and pick up a can of pumpkin and freaking make a pumpkin pie. You know what I mean? Why waste your time screwing up some fucking sweet potatoes? Yeah, leave them candied and at dinner, with all the meat.
Here's a Jeff and Dan helpful pet tip. All pets, at least the cat and dog variety, love pumpkin. So buy your pet a can of Jeff and Dan's pumpkin pie filling,
There you go.
or you can get the cheap ass Libby's shit. It doesn't matter. And give it to your cat or dog. They will love it. It's a healthy, good for them snack, and they will probably love you even more.
Yeah.
Coming in next on our pie survey.
Pies.
I never heard of this, therefore I've never tried it, but you know damn well I'm willing. The chocolate pecan pie.
I have had that.
You've had that?
Yeah.
I would, but I'm not.
Yeah. You it has to be like heaven here on earth.
Well, no, not really, because here's the thing. It's a different type of chocolate than you would think, like French silk or chocolate pie. It's a little darker.
It's more like a minced meat chocolate.
It's a little bit darker. It sits over in a corner by itself, looking down, going, I don't think I'm going to want to live to the rest of today, man.
I hate you.
So it's the Ali Sheedy of chocolate.
That's right. Exactly.
I would eat Ali Sheedy chocolate. I would eat Ali Sheedy
One point in time.
chocolate.
Sure.
Yeah. I would eat it a little earlier in time. Not now, though.
I haven't seen it in years.
I think it's pretty good,
I would eat it for breakfast club. Anyways, coming in next on our pervert pie, survey,
Yeah.
the classic American everything's classic.
Yeah.
Classic caramel apple pie. Oh yeah, I'm sure I've had that because this is just apple pie with caramel drizzled all over it. And you guys know what caramel really is? It's just cooked sugar.
Yeah, it's sugar and butter
milk.
and milk. Yeah,
Just cooked sugar.
Yep.
yeah.
So you eat ice cream with it. You've had caramel. Well, anyways.
Yeah.
Coming in next, a triple threat coconut cream pie.
Ew.
Love it. Love
Ugh.
it.
I have eaten that. I have eaten the coconut cream eclairs from Tasty Cake, and I do enjoy them. But this falls into the lemon meringue thing. If
Really?
there's chocolate or pecan,
I'm not eating that other shit.
I won't even see it. I don't even know it exists.
Well, hold on. You're talking about if you've a pie bar where you've got your multiple choice. But if you walked into a house and you saw my freshly baked, from scratch, lemon meringue pie, you tell me you wouldn't take a slice of that?
I would probably try it from somebody's plate first.
Oh, really?
But
I'm serious.
I don't want to waste it because
Doesn't matter.
one time I took a piece of pumpkin pie from somebody and it turned out it was horrible. It was horrible from bite one, and I had to eat every stinking bite of that pumpkin pie. And I learned my lesson that day. Just take a little bit first if you don't know. But I probably would like lemon meringue.
See, the thing is, I don't like most meringue. I think it's rubbery and gross. But when I make meringue for a meringue pie, it's really good.
Well, what's meringue made from?
Meringue is made from egg whites that you've whipped up so much. There's so much air in it.
Really
and
fast,
you put
yeah.
sugar with it, too, if you want like a meringue cookie, a candy type meringue. And then you put it on the pie and you let it, you want to whip it so much, almost like whipped cream, so you get peaks. And then you put it on your pie and you put it in the oven, and all the little peaks get brown.
Or if you have a blowtorch, that's another way.
That's
Just
true.
Take
You
it
could
across
do
the
that.
top of it.
Yeah.
and
like
it
they do
burns
with creme
the top.
brulee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could definitely work. Man, I can't believe you never at least tried it just once. I don't know. I just not a big fan of it because it's lemon.
All my Thanksgiving experiences have been pretty much there's 2 or 3 different kinds of pie, and there's always pumpkin. So no matter what, I don't even think the lemon meringue would get to my face.
That's what. Yeah.
Oh, right, sure.
But still, if there was only lemon meringue, I'd have to try it. Again, I've never tried it. The next one is chocolate fudge pie.
Yeah, I would go
I like
with
that.
that. Yeah.
That's a real dense type pudding. Pie.
Pudding.
Pudding pie.
The picture here has these raspberries on top of it.
It's just garnish. You don't
Yeah.
have to have those.
Yeah.
There's a lot of garnish on that.
You could do cherries. You could do coconut. You
Yo,
could
man,
do
they're gonna
whatever you want.
garnish the fuck out this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And coming in at number 12 in our top 40 weekly survey.
Shit, we've been doing number 12 for the past 9. All right, yeah, go ahead. What do you got?
I blame my bud. Impossibly easy French apple pie. I'm not sure which one's easy, the French or the apple.
Yeah, I don't know. French apple pie is basically just a full covering on top with a white glaze. It's pretty much all the way across.
Oh, you're
it,
right.
Yeah.
Yes. I forgot about those.
Yeah, and then you just corn out a piece, and it's pretty sweet. It's like apple pie with a lot more crust and
The
white shit.
Yeah,
mango
yeah.
or whatever the fuck it is. Dick's nut.
sweet bun glaze. Yeah.
Sorry, man, my dick done sneezed all over your pie.
You're going to eat that?
That's right.
You better.
my woman hungry. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, well.
I'm surprised you missed a couple of pies.
What did I miss?
Avocado pie.
Ooh, I've never heard of that.
I made it. It's
Oh,
good.
oh, you made
No. I got the recipe from the internet. I was
so it's out there.
yeah, it's out
Oh.
there. I have a picture of it somewhere, but it looks exactly what you would think.
Yeah, like guacamole fucking pressed
Exactly,
down.
like guacamole pie, but it's
Yeah.
good. It's very sweet. Also, do you know anything about white pie?
White pie.
It seems to be like a real white bread Christian kind of
No.
dessert.
Never heard of it.
That or is it literally
it's
white?
some kind of sugary mess they make that comes out white that you put in your crust and bake.
Ooh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it looks horrible.
The
but
white stuff that
some
comes
people
out
are
and you
like,
put it in the
"I
crust
love
and
that."
bake
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So we done? Pies, you done?
Takes a lot of men to
That-
make that pie.
Huh? Yeah.
I'm done with pie.
That was one you got to brew.
I am done with pie.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw some commercials in real quick. We'll see you guys very shortly.
Yo, check.
Are you a lonely fat fuck with no life plan, sat playing alone with your joystick again? What the bloody hell are you waiting for? Join Coaching for Geeks. We've got a podcast, we've got coaches, we've got courses, we've got a community. CoachingForGeeks.com.
That's CoachingForGeeks.com.
For the incredible in your life, now there is Hot Links. 1-900-OLD-GALS. The one place for you to talk live one-on-one to women who hang out with their sexy girlfriends. 1-900-OLD-GALS. A place with hot, sexy gilfs.
Oy vey, I'm so cold. Can you turn up the heat, love?
Women who know a thing or two about love. 1-900-OLD-GALS.
You really jarred something loose, Tiger.
What is it about good sex that makes me have to crap?
Women who know a good time. 1-900-OLD-GALS.
I once did it doggy style with my husband. He was so fast and loose.
Hot Links Grandma Edition. Eat your veggies and come on an erotic ride.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
1-900-OLD-GALS. And for those who like adventure, there is Hot Links Senior Center. 1-900-OLD-GALS.
He can score a touchdown playing baseball. When he drinks pee, his asparagus smells funny. He's the only man to have ever defeated a brick wall in tennis. He can order Chick-fil-A on a Sunday and get it. He's been able to touch MC Hammer more than once. People with amnesia still remember him. When he was born, it took 4 nurses, 2 orderlies, 2 hatchets, a chainsaw, and a jackhammer for him to be circumcised. Guns carry him for protection. He's the only man to fight himself and win. He can cut through a hot knife with butter. He captured all of the Pokemon in Pokemon Go with a landline. He is the most interesting man in the world, and his name is Jeff. I don't always masturbate, but when I do, I use women. He's the most interesting man in the world. Stay jack-off friendly, my friends.
Nice. What'd you think, man?
My goodness gracious.
Yeah, I hope a couple of those were laughter-inducing. That'd be awesome.
My God, yes.
You make those commercials funnier than the original.
I have
And
one.
The original is pretty funny.
Yes.
I have one more commercial to play I haven't played yet. And just to let everybody know, we've tried to put the word out there that, hey, we'd love to exchange advertising. Of course, we have our fun commercials that we do ourselves, but then we can also help you make some, advertising space on our show. We'd love to help. Just drop us a line. Check out jeffanddan.com. Use the contact link, and it should give you a little box to be able to put your information in and get in touch with us. So,
why don't you just give them the email address?
It's jeffanddan at jeffanddan.com. There you go. That's our email. So if you want to email us, actually, you probably get a faster response. Faster response with advertising at jeffanddan.com. But you can also use jeffanddan at jeffanddan.com. So
you can use Jeff and Dan.
Yes, we've obfuscated it, here, so no robots can come in and be like, "What's the name of that?" Anyway, so what else we got?
Well, I'm pulling it up right now, so we can do Thanksgiving movies. Would you like to do Thanksgiving movies?
Let's do some movies.
That sounds great.
Do we have sound bites, or what do we have?
Oh, I've got some sound bites.
All right, excellent.
So first, I got to figure out my way through the haze.
Been there.
Okay.
Roger, did you ever see the movie Deadpool 2? I mean, Deadpool, not what Deadpool.
Oh my God, yes.
You did? Did you like it?
I love it.
Oh, it was
Seen
awesome.
it twice.
Deadpool 2 is supposed to come out next year.
Oh, nice.
I cannot wait.
It is the best. It is the best movie of the MCU. I believe.
I guarantee it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The funny part about it was it's the only movie. See, I go to a very obscure movie theater. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Rarely anybody ever goes there. Blah blah blah. Even though they are a multiplex, they have like 10 theaters or whatever. But they have enough money, I guess, to make.
Where is that?
Business.
Do you want to say?
No, I don't want to tell anybody because
right,
people get it weird.
Right, they'd be all.
Yeah, who knows? So, but the thing is, that was the only movie I have been to, and I've been to a lot of movies there. That was completely sold out.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. It was the night before, of course. You know, all of us geeks would like to go the night before.
Sure.
They had the midnight, what they call the midnight showing. Now they have 10 o'clock showings too. But get there, man. Go in there and like the whole place is fucking packed. And I'm like, holy shit, this is how packed it was. Okay. I was
how
sitting
packed was it?
Yeah. I was sitting in the aisle. Okay. There was nothing available up top. You know how they have the that type of that seating up there. Basically stadium seating. I'm sorry, that's what it was.
Gotcha.
All those people, it was completely packed. No additional room. And the very front section, the one that's a little bit more typical of a movie theater that we're used to, was completely packed except for 2 seats. It was the end of the aisle, and then where I was sitting, which was 2 people in, or
One
3
person,
people in.
yeah.
There were 2 people sitting
Gotcha.
there.
Gotcha.
This place so fucking packed. These people walked up and said, "Excuse me, sir, can we trade you that seat on the end so we can sit over here with our friends?" That's how packed the theater was. They had to ask me inside, down a couple of people, whether or not I would get up and move down to this one other seat. Dude, it was fucking packed. It was phenomenal. I loved it. And then I saw the movie, and of course I loved that too. So I saw that a couple times.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it got a lot of advance notice from that teaser trailer they showed of the opening.
Yeah.
The thing that they were just first thing that they were going with. I was delighted. Ryan Reynolds is perfect for Deadpool.
Oh my God, yes.
He's got just the perfect sense of humor, and
He's deadpan delivered.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I'm wonderful. But one of the best actors I've known for that. As a matter of fact, after I saw him in Van Wilder, which was one of the first things I think he was ever in, I was just like movie wise, I was just like, God, we got to find this guy more movies, and they've got to be where he's a smart ass.
Right.
So I have every single movie that he's ever done, I've watched. And every single time they didn't do that, I was just like, well, this sucks. Mm-hmm. Even though it could have been a phenomenal, like, Oscar-winning performance. It could have been, like, the greatest thing since, fucking sliced bread or whatever. But, yeah, it just...
It's like when Jim Carrey does drama. It just doesn't... I don't care.
It doesn't seat. Right.
And Adam Sandler, I only can think of... Well, he's been in a couple dramas, I guess, but...
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, some of his stuff, his earlier stuff, his 80s movies, I guess, 80s and 90s, were just like, they were funny.
Yeah.
But they were like, not as, I mean, they were funnier in a different way. Back then it was more, ritualistic male comedy, like guy comedy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And his newer stuff that came out after that became a little more droll because it was more like family friendly, right?
Yeah.
It's almost as if some point in time Adam Sandler looked and said, you know what, I made a lot more money if I start transforming from this one character who's an offbeat, bad boy, and then move over to this more lovable, rom-com kind of character. And that's basically what he started doing. And he still makes a shit ton of money.
Oh,
people
absolutely.
still take him
fucking
fucking serious.
God, yes. He's one of the... He might be the most successful monetarily and of any alumnus of Saturday Night Live,
right? Or even Second City,
or Second City.
Yes, I would definitely think that too, because a lot of those guys. I mean, they're huge, but they don't have the power. They never gained the power to just be like, I'm making a movie,
right?
And then that's what they did. So I think I think you might be accurate on that. So anyway,
go ahead.
No, just wondering, Dan, where are we at?
Hey, I'm just sitting here minding my own business.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, you could have jumped in.
So I was wondering, maybe you guys want to play a game?
Okay, sure. let's play a game.
It's not very long because I only got 4 movies.
That's what she said. Oh, what?
It's true though.
Is one of the one I can see in front of me?
Yeah, the one you shouldn't be looking at. But you can try to guess it. If you guess something dumb and stupid. That way. Okay. Now, this is Thanksgiving movies. It doesn't necessarily have to do with Thanksgiving, but it's set around the time period of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Here is your first movie. Oh, wait. I lied. I totally lied.
Do we got to buzz in?
Yeah, it's right.
Come on. There we go. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to Marathon. May I help you?
Yes.
How may I help you?
You can Start by wiping that fucking dumbass smile off your rosy fucking cheeks. Then you can give me a fucking automobile. A fucking Datsun, a fucking Toyota, a fucking Mustang, a fucking Buick. 4 fucking wheels and a seat.
I really don't care for the way you're speaking to me.
Yeah.
And I really don't care for the way your company left me in the middle of fucking nowhere with fucking keys to a fucking car that isn't fucking there. And I really didn't care to fucking walk down a fucking highway and across a fucking runway to get back here to have you smile at my fucking face. I want a fucking car right fucking now.
Oh, she didn't finish it. Oh,
She
man.
didn't finish it. What does she say there, Dan?
May I see your rental agreement?
Yeah. Which was in the car that was destroyed.
Then he says, what does he say? He says, I threw it away.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry. We can't help you.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, here's movie number 2.
They fuck you at the draft
myself,
test.
so I can't see it.
Do you know which one that was, Raj?
Yeah. Wait, Jeff, do you have a guess?
Huh?
Do you have a guess what movie that was?
Yeah, Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
Oh, that is correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, here's number 2.
Okay.
These are easy.
All right.
Okay, that was Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah, Paul Blart, the Mall Cop. I never saw it. I watched a part of it, and then I was just like, I can't stand this.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't like Kevin James.
I like Kevin James somewhat in The King of Queens, but yeah, that movie was just, I don't know.
I liked him as a stand-up, but
yeah.
See, these guys like Adam Sandler and Kevin James, their comic personas are so big, so over the top, they can't transition to drama or whatever they get the bug for.
Right.
Bill Murray could because he was always understated.
Yeah.
And that translates well to drama.
Yeah, it was definitely. Well, I don't know. It was, I don't know. Anyway, go on. What do you got, man?
Here's movie number. Oh, by the way, that was me up there at Paul Blart, man. I am Paul Blart.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe I should watch it again and think that.
Yeah, really. That would probably improve it.
This dude's Dan. Holy shit.
Here's one. I don't think you guys are going to get it, but you could.
Okay.
I'll give you a clue. It's a horror movie. Okay?
Pumpkinhead.
No, but you are in the right ballpark.
No, but you're gay.
Nice tits, bitch. Oh, fuck. I'm pissed. Your dog had an accident. What the hell? What kind of accident? Well, I took this here axe and I accidentally cut him. Get it? Accident. There's no such thing as an evil turkey. Oh, wait. I lied. Oh, that hurts. Oh, stop. Shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. I'm gonna drink your blood like cranberry sauce, meanie.
What the fuck?
Wow.
This movie is called Thanksgiving.
Really?
It's this
awesome.
little animated demon turkey.
Nice.
It's this plastic thing. Now there are plenty of horror movies out there like that, this.
Yeah.
In fact, they are so cheesy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, when they are making that movie, do they mean it to be a cheese classic comedy horror, or do they really think they're out there scared as shit out of somebody?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. What do you think, Raj?
Well, sometimes I think they may start out to be a scary movie, and somewhere along the line are like, "Oh, this is bullshit. We better just play it completely straight, and
right.
let people laugh because it's nonsense."
Cheese the fuck out of them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm not into horror movies, but I do find these here like this particularly funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I do have to admire we talked about artists coming over. That's some dark art coming out there.
Right.
But that's art, and they're constantly making them better and more realistic all the time.
Yes.
Like when Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out, it scared the bejesus out of me.
Right. Yeah.
Today I watch it and I'm thinking, oh my God, was I a pussy?
Well, here's the thing. But see, here's the thing. This is what you got to realize. There's a certain scientific factor between how much movie you can actually stand when you're a certain age when you've never seen really anything like that, and a distance between kids today and the horror movies that they see. See, us as parents have all been like, oh man, fuck, that's not even scary. So the kids get adapted to it, and then they start thinking, oh, that shit's not scary. You know what I mean? Like you start watching. If you hung out with your kids and the only thing you really watched was like horror movies, which you and I jointly, well, Roger knows too, jointly know a gentleman that did that, and the kids are fine. You know what I mean? You would have thought something would have gone off track, but it didn't. Everything was good. But fuck, right into the wall. There goes the train, brother.
I'm here to get you back on track, son.
There we go. All right.
The scientific study link.
Oh yeah. The distance between the kids and what the horror movies are today. It's a closer thing than it was when we were kids, because we'd never seen anything like that before. Imagine Invasion of the Body Snatchers. If you saw that movie for the first time and somebody back then told you, this is a documentary, be scared, you know what I mean? And you went and watched, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That fucking shit would have been scary as hell.
I love that movie. I saw it on the original run, and I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But the technology alone, though. Maybe that's the perspective I'm looking at it from. Is the technology of Chainsaw Massacre? It was poor. Well, it was poorly written. Was just busted into other scenes, and some of it didn't make sense at parts somewhere.
Right.
But you look at horror movies today, and them ghosts are just absolutely out of this world.
Yeah, they look pretty realistic. Mm-hmm. Like if you can imagine what a ghost would look like.
And the ideas, I don't know which movie it was, but it kind of bothered me a little bit in the fact that it could be that scary and I didn't actually see anything. Was this married couple was in this haunted house, of course, and they were living there. In the middle of the night, the woman would just get up, and for hours upon hours, they would just stare at her husband.
Oh, you saying it was an old couple?
I know, young married.
Paranormal Activity.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
And in that scene, you don't actually see anything.
Right.
So why did it freak me the fuck out? Well, it didn't really freak me the fuck out.
Yeah.
I didn't go home and cry all
oh my
night.
God. I'm so scared I can't go to sleep.
But it gave you a whoa.
It was like, dude, this is some pretty scary
shit
that here.
Creepy shit crawling under your skin, kind of scary.
Get the football game on.
I love it when a movie makes me jump. It doesn't, and I understand that a lot of times it's just a combination of sound effects, music, and film editing.
Right, exactly.
And you don't have to see anything. When I first saw The Japanese Grudge, I jumped a half dozen times in the first 10 minutes, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
It was just building tension.
Yeah, the intensity of it.
I love that.
What was the ghost in The Grudge?
In The Grudge, it was
a little kid.
It was the mother of the little kid had been killed by the father because she either was having an affair or he suspected her, and then he also killed the little boy who was a ghost in the house, and the cat, who was the little boy, kept turning into the cat.
Yeah.
And then he went and hung himself in the house. So there was this evil entity there just waiting to latch on the living. And if you were one of those people you would meet would be infected with the Grudge, and people would just be getting killed left and right. I love that movie. I loved it so much. Yeah. It was like there's no escape. If you just met somebody on the street that happened to be affected by the Grudge, whoa!
Yeah,
you're gonna see that horrible blue bitch coming at you with her hair and everything.
Did you see the Japanese version first, or did you see the American version?
I think I saw the American one, but the Japanese one I really liked.
It was a lot more fucking technically scary. It was creepy.
Yeah.
It was creepier for me because, I understand the advancements, and certain things just look like you couldn't have accomplished that. You know what I mean? By editing. So it had to be something that was like real and, freaking me out. So.
Are Japanese really into horror movies?
Kind of.
Is that Japanese or Korean?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
No.
No, The Ring. The Ring is Korean.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
There's a lot of great Korean horror movies, too.
Yeah.
They just go all over the map, man. They got no problem with it whatsoever.
They're not like creature-based.
Nope.
They're always fucking, they could be anything.
But they do creature-based. Have you seen The Host?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. It's my favorite quote-unquote Godzilla movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Are the Koreans like Godzilla-like? They had giant creatures coming out of the sea?
Yeah.
Is that... are they fixated with...
No. That's just one particular movie. A lot of it's psychological horror. There are ghosts. There are serial killers too. But their whole culture and attitude towards these subjects is different, so it makes it, fresh. I mean, they still stand up as genre stories, but the perspective is fresh from what we usually see.
When you see the Japanese or the South Korean version, is it subtitles or is it English voices?
Usually subtitles.
Yeah.
They don't do as much dubbing
as
now
they used
because
to.
it's become a parody of itself.
Yeah.
It does take away some credibility whenever you dub over.
Yeah,
Right.
when you try to make it an English thing and they're like,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yo.
come here.
I'm going to kick your ass. Okay, buddy.
All right, the last movie in our little lame Thanksgiving game.
Woohoo!
If I would have had more time and I would have thought about it instead of last night, I would have. So here's one. Oh, that's where I stopped watching.
I was going to say, man, what were you smoking on that?
Santa Claus meets the Martians, or
Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus.
Santa crap.
Wesley!
Oh, it's only Gregory.
Gregory?
You're told to stop running the flesh off of that turkey.
Oh.
It's a good thing tomorrow's Thanksgiving. There'd be nothing left but feathers.
For the last time, that turkey does not belong in the house.
Well, if he's good enough to be on
Well,
the
that's
table,
Bob
he's good enough
Hope.
to walk
No,
around
it's
it.
not.
Wasn't Bob Hope?
No.
George, I'm afraid this is another crisis. Wesley's become very attached to our...
It really doesn't have anything to do with the movie,
No.
but the movie is By the Light of the Silvery Moon. And I don't know who those people are. But you can
Somebody
tell-
from the 40s.
You can certainly tell the difference between a movie made from today
Yes.
and just by listening to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Like that gobble was so fake.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever get a chance to make a turkey call in shop class by any chance? Or
No, but I've used them. My grandfather had collections of them.
Did he ever have one where he kind of like had a box and rubbed the
Yeah,
thing
I've
over
seen
it?
Yeah. They put chalk on the edges of it and then
Yes.
scrape it back and forth and go, gobble, 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 gobble.
That's what that last gobble, gobble, gobble
I
kind of
believe
sounded
it.
like.
Yeah.
I believe it.
So, well, that concludes our game. Tune in
All
next
right.
year and we'll play.
Prepare yourself for fish tuna next year. Tune in.
Yeah.
All right, so you know what? We're gonna do a couple more commercials.
Let's do some more commercials.
Let's do some
Sounds
commercials,
good.
but first I wanted to play this over your horror thing. Dun, 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 dun. That's me in the shitter. Backing up. That's me in the shitter doing my business. Oh, that's right.
I
right.
shit in the corner.
We'll do a couple of known ones, then we'll do a new one. Here we go.
Here we go.
Are you finding that you need a little tweak in the bedroom?
Well, yeah,
Love life just not the same?
it could be better.
You're going to need to pick up that phone
Pick up
and call Adam and Steve Adult Toys.
Adam and Steve.
At Adam and Steve, we have all the great pleasure seekers for you and that significant other.
Oh, tell me more.
We have lubes and lotions, magazines and DVDs, and hundreds of pleasurable sex toys. Would you like to spice everything up?
You bet.
Just give Adam and Steve a call, and you'll be submitted for 3 extra free gifts to make your passion so much hotter.
Oh, I like that.
So imagine tonight when your lover takes you from behind,
Wait, what?
all lubed up and greasy, and thrusts his
I don't think I like where this is going.
huge toy into your colon.
Yep, definitely don't like it.
At Adam and Steve, we make every game more pleasurable for the gayest of men.
Wait, hold up. You think I'm gay?
We have hundreds of... Wait, aren't you gay?
Oh, no, not that there's anything wrong with this, but...
Isn't this 121 Courtfield Drive?
Oh, no, that's my neighbor, John. But,
Yes?
he's got a wife and 3 kids.
Really? Someone must be playing a prank here. Sorry.
No worries.
Well, I guess I should leave. This is getting a little awkward.
Yeah, you might want to
Adam and Steve, for the ass of your love.
It's a wonderful Sunday with you and your family. You're enjoying a sweet, sweet picnic. But then...
Don't let this distract you from the fact that if you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to financial compensation. I am a non-attorney spokesperson for the law offices of Fuker and Lever. If your life has been affected by mesothelioma, you have rights. A right to counsel, a right to a trial by peers, a right to pay your attorney 59% of your winnings, a right to financial compensation, but only if you act now. Side effects may include a new Lamborghini, a new mansion, a crisp $5 bill, or any one of the fabulous prizes just waiting to be won on Call the Law Offices of Fuker and Lever.
All right, here's the new one.
The all-new A question mark phone. The all-new A question mark phone. Damn it. A question mark phone. Son of a bitch. The all-new iPhone X. Because we don't need no stinking 9s. With an all-new display that you'll never be able to tell the difference from your iPhone 4. The all-new A question mark phone. Damn it. And with a bigger, less convenient display that opens when trying to get it from your pocket. The A question mark phone. Motherfucker. And now with the horrible new A question mark OS that you're going to despise, removing all simplicity. The all-new iPhone. Updates required. Think expensively.
Nice.
What'd you think?
I think that segues right into something I want to talk about.
That's cool. Well, give me a second. I just wanted to point out that that is a trending thing right now, is the A question mark. The reason why it's trending is because the new version of the iOS, which goes on iPhones, screwed it up. So whenever you would type the letter I, it would put the capital letter A and a question mark inside of a box.
Oh.
So it was a question mark. And it's always a question mark phone because it's an iPhone. So anyway, that's the comedy behind it. I'm sorry, it's a little steep, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
we'll get it in a couple years.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. My old fallback fucking flip phone. My candy bar phone. Anyway, so what do we got, man?
Is your cell phone spying on you?
Ooh,
nice. It is. It is.
Yes.
It does not. Its loyalty is not to you, my friends.
I believe it.
But here's what happened to me, and I'm kind of rethinking the whole damn thing.
Okay.
First of all, it became noticeable, maybe, or it has started happening when I read an article about there's a trend actually where people are just getting away from their phones and they're just starting to go back to flip just so you can call and text.
Right.
And just because they want to get away from the bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think, maybe that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And then I started noticing, or they started appearing, these little messages that my phone would give me.
Okay. Something called an Amber Alert. I don't know.
No, I drove through to Somerdale Plaza this morning.
Okay.
Oh. And it gave me Somerdale Plaza, mall directory, best breakfasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It knows where you're at. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whenever I go to a restaurant, I get a little message there. Hey, you want to tell people about this restaurant?
Right. Yeah. Yep. I get them too. Yeah. It's a location app.
Yeah.
Or a location thing. It's set on your phone. For iPhones, it's just as simple as going to security and going to, I believe it's security.
Okay. Answer this one for me.
Okay.
The other day I had a conversation, a human man-to-man conversation with somebody, direct eye contact with somebody, no use of any kind of device about Geisinger and Holy Spirit Hospital.
Okay.
Was it on your phone?
No, it was man-to-man.
Oh, cool.
Face-to-face.
All right, got you. Mano a mano.
Mono.
Which is really hand-to-hand. But
And then
Exactly.
5 in the afternoon, it comes up with, someone has a question about Geisinger Holy Spirit. Can you help?
Woo.
Yeah, why? You listening to me too? Siri, shut your fucking ears.
No shit.
Did you have your phone with you when you went to this man-to-man meeting?
It was at work. So my phone was right there. I'm not saying it did, but, and what you guys are saying that it's what it is, and you're probably right. But why? Like, here it's giving me a score of a sports game. Well, if you really know anything about me, I'm already fucking watching the game. I already know what the goddamn score is.
Yeah.
So, well, I didn't mean to get all pissed off. Like
Don't get pissy.
But why does it seem like it's starting to take over my life? Why does it want to? Why is it telling me I'm only 26 minutes away from home?
It's a step towards the singularity. we're becoming extensions of our phones. I admit it.
Yeah.
I admit it. So much of what, I mean, even my things that I brought here,
Well, see, here's the thing.
Are on the phone.
I've always been one of those people that's maintained you should just have a phone for calling, and that's it. A contacts menu and calling. That's it. No texting, no nothing.
In my experience, now I buy cheap phones, but the phone always sounds great until I start populating it with apps.
Right.
And then it just degrades in quality as a phone. That's the worst thing
and
about
the speed.
it.
Yeah, becomes shit.
No, it just sounds, it sounds like crap.
Yeah.
You don't find the speed slows you down after you load up on email? And No?
No. Well, not a phone call. It's as fast as you
talk.
talk.
A phone call.
Yeah.
Hello. Is this Guy Singer?
So anyway, so but telephones, man. I think if we'd have gotten rid of the smart part of the phone, I think I would be able to adapt to it pretty quickly. Mostly because I got off of Facebook for 2 years, and
yeah, you did.
I kind of felt like
well, I
got away from something detrimental.
I'm thinking maybe I want to go to just a flip phone too, calls and texts. But to be perfectly honest with you, after thinking about what would I really miss, I really would miss. Say like I heard the term Pandora's box for the first time.
Right.
So what's he mean by that? Oh, a music SoundCloud. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. But I would miss that instant information.
Yeah.
I probably would miss all the pictures of cats and, all getting in fights with strangers over political comments.
Yeah.
And sports teams.
Yeah.
It amazes me. You guys ever hear of Facebook?
Oh, man. Yeah. I thought that's what we were talking about.
Is that like MySpace?
It used to be.
Oh, yeah.
If you go on any of the sports pages, if you have any likes with the sports pages, and you start reading the comments, those guys just go on and on and on, and they are religious about it.
Yeah,
they're so and you swear to God they think they were at the sidelines.
You would,
yeah.
So that also led me to something else on Facebook.
Okay, what else you got?
Don't bother reading the long comments.
Really?
Just read the short ones.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you can get pissed off over their grammar or something.
Right, yeah, that does not help. But at the same time, some people are educated and the things that they write, are a little lengthy, but they make a good point. I only say that because every one of mine is always a fucking book. Buy my fucking comment for sale now at Amazon.com. So yeah, that's just me. I mean, I like to read, and I do like to learn a little bit more about the people that are like leaving these other ridiculous comments. And you can usually tell who the hell's sarcastic and who the hell's being serious. And there's a lot of people out there that are being serious, and they just don't realize that they're being serious for the wrong reason. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what else you got, Dan? There he is.
I just wanted to tell everybody to be sure to support the Scouts came around today, and we're collecting food as a food drive. The Scouts, the kids,
yes, the Boy Scouts.
No, the other one.
The Cub Scouts.
No.
Campfire Girls.
No.
The Girl Scouts.
No, the other one. Oh, the Transgender Scouts. Yeah, they came by today for their food drive.
We don't know, Billy Priscilla, but we're going to find out for you very shortly. Billy Priscilla's in a transition period.
Really? Don't change his name to...
Yeah. Isn't that weird? It's just like all of a sudden one day you wake up and you go, don't call me Jeff anymore. I want to be known as Joan. Fucking call me Joan. All right, Joni. No, I didn't say fucking Joni. I said fucking Joan.
Is that the feminine version of Jeff?
Yes.
Joan.
No, it's not. It's not. I don't think there is an equivalent. And I've been told, I don't know, I think people are joking with me when they tell me this, and it's one of those things like it's going on for my whole life, so I think it's one of those weird, is the world against me kind of things? Is this, is there cameras on me 24/7? Did I just turn into that dude that's in the movie? What was that one with
1984?
The Truman Show.
The Truman Show.
Yeah, where like the whole world just like was fake.
Mm-hmm.
But oh fuck,
1984.
right over there in the fucking
1984. That was an album by Van Halen.
Oh, right.
And it was a book by George Orwell.
Hot for teacher.
Yes.
You were saying.
I don't know, what were we talking about?
The movie.
The movie.
Not 1984.
Not 1984. The Truman Show.
The Truman Show.
Yeah, but what were we talking about right before that?
The Transgender Scouts.
Yeah. It was something around there, man. It was.
Well, maybe you'll think of it. I was watching the Ellen Show today, as you know, we all do.
Yeah.
And there was a little singer on there. One of these people from YouTube. Fantastic voice, a little 12-year-old.
Oh.
And
Roy Moore will be happy.
Besides doing, yes, he will. Besides doing the singing, the kid does makeup videos too.
Oh yeah.
And they had Kim Kardashian come out as a surprise, and I thought, this is a cute little girl. For some reason, she's got a lesbian haircut, and my wife said, "Boy, she's got a big head." Well, she left. And I realized, oh, this is a little boy, a little Welsh boy that is really into makeup. I mean, really looked like a girl.
No shit.
Really looked like a girl.
That's fucked up.
And he does makeup videos, makeup tutorials.
Oh, wow.
And loves Kim Kardashian. And
That's
I'm
some
like,
crazy
oh, this
shit.
is our world.
Transsexual
This is our
scouts.
world.
Well, I kind of stand with the guy that I played for you last week. I mean, I'm not real all up his ass or anything, but he made a lot of good thoughts. He had a lot of good ideas as to what's wrong with society and stuff. It wasn't last week. I don't think you. Well, maybe you were here for. No, maybe that was like a month ago then. Wow, time flies when you're having stones. Anyway, I can't remember. Oh, Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is this guy who's like becoming this media, mecca that people are like, And it seems to me what's so weird is that a lot of his followers are people that are just, a little wackadoo.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump supporters. And I'm just fucking with everybody. Anyway, no.
Catch me outside. How about that?
All right, I will cash you outside. How would you like that? 20s? Roy Moore knows.
He knows how I like it.
That's right. He's into those 14-year-olds. She said, "Cash me outside." How about that? But no. Damn, I just straight into the wall again. I'm just gonna have to have a fucking train crash, fucking sound effect now, and just start playing it. Yeah, my mind's all shot, people. Sorry, I have big, huge stuff going on at school, and it's very difficult to.
How about we change the subject?
Let's change it
and get us on a rail right towards another roll.
All right.
Nice.
58 everyday things you never knew had names.
Okay.
I also stole this offline.
Are you going to give us the name and have us guess what it is?
Sure, we can do that. Although my reading to pronunciation skills are not very good with words I don't recognize.
You can spell them. I mean,
spell them.
Spell. I bet you can.
THIM.
Why them? I have no problems reading that word.
No.
THIM.
Okay, here we go. First word. Are you ready? Petrichor. Petrichor.
I know what that is.
Rich or.
I don't know what is
it. It's petrichor.
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 Petrichor is?
It's the smell of rain. It's the smell that's left behind after rain.
This game ain't no fun, no.
I know, fuck, man. Brainiac over here and shit. We need to bowl his ass up. Let's go.
Roger leads 1-0.
Yeah.
Okay, how about a Purlicue? Purlicue. Purlicue.
Purlicue. Except for Curly Sue. I have no idea, man.
This is the space between the thumb and the forefingers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Roger leads 1-0.
Okay.
Wamble. Does anybody know what a wamble?
Sometimes I tend to do that when I wamble on.
Close. Go a little bit lower.
It's a woman ramble. You said a lower. Oh. A little bit lower.
It's your stomach rumbling.
Ooh.
Rambler or wambler?
Wamble.
Wamble. It's a wamble.
Wambles wobble, but they don't fall down. Okay, here's your next one.
Okay.
Aglet. A-G-L-E-T.
I know what that is. Yeah, so do I. It's the plastic at the end of your shoestring.
Is that correct?
I believe so.
Yeah.
All right, you both get a point.
All right.
Man, what's the point? Let's go.
Well, you both know what an aglet is.
Which is weird.
Now, here's this one. V-A-G-I-T-U-S. The vag-it-us.
Vagitis.
Vagitis.
Vagitis?
Yes. That's what you order at a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, I had a chicken vagitis. And, you mean fajitas? No, I mean vagitis, bitch.
Is it a yeast infection?
You're in the right area.
Oh, it's a clit infection.
You're staying in the same area. It is the cry of a newborn baby.
Oh, vagitis.
Wow.
Put me back inside.
If the world's going to be this fucked up, I need to go back in.
Okay.
I had a womb with a view. What do you want? Anyway.
I had a womb with a view, and I snuck out the bathroom door. Window, I mean. Yeah. Number 6. The glabella. The glabella. The glabella. G-L-A-B-E-L-L-A.
Glabella.
Glabella. Anybody?
Glabella.
Anybody?
Don't know.
Bueller?
Bueller.
The space between your eyebrows.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Some people don't have a space between their eyebrows.
Some people don't have a glabella.
Yeah.
At Cabela's.
At Cabela's.
Okay, number 7.
All right.
Chanking.
Chanking?
Yeah.
Spell that.
T-H-A. I'm sorry. C-H-A-N-K-I-N-G. Chank.
Chanking.
C-H-A-N-K-I-N-G.
Isn't that canned chow mein?
Chungking. I'm going to take a shot at this. I think I might know what it is.
Let's have it.
It's the area between log cabins' logs where they have to apply like a mortar to it.
That's a pretty good guess.
Is it?
Maybe it's related. I don't know.
I've always heard it called chinking, which is why I'm thinking I might be wrong. But go ahead.
But this definition says spat out food.
Oh.
Now, if what you do with it is smack it in between logs and build houses.
Yeah. It ain't that kind of show. Anyway.
L-U-N-U-L-E. Lunal. L-U-N-U-L-E. Lunhole.
Lunule?
Lunule.
L-U-N-U-L-E.
I don't know.
Is something to do with the moon?
It's sort of, yes. The white crescent-shaped part of a nail.
Oh. Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
Good call.
What is a peen? The P-E-E-N.
That's the ball end of the hammer?
That's pretty good. That is correct.
Yes. Ball peen.
Ball peen hammer. Tines. T-I-N-E-S. Tines.
Jeff, you want to take this one?
Tines. T-I-N-E-S. The prongs of a fork.
How'd you know that?
Oh, because.
Oh. I thought you were going to say something like 5 times 2 is 10.
I might just. Give me a minute. Yeah, you're not Asian. You be Asian. Anyway.
Here's one I'm not sure why it even made this list, because we're all going to know what it is. Souffle cup. S-O-U-F-F-L-E. Souffle cup.
Souffle cup.
You guys have never heard of this before?
No.
I've heard of a souffle. Is it a porcelain, small porcelain area that you put like a? It's got little slats on the side of it. It's not open. They're just.
It may, but it's small porcelain. Sometimes it could be paper, but that's when you're really cheap. It's a condiment. Condiment where you put like the ketchup or the things you pour the ketchup into. Mm-hmm. That's a souffle cup.
Huh.
A cheap one. I mean, I guess fancier restaurants would put like hot butter in it, or
yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Cool. A natiform, N-A-T-I-F-O-R-M, natiform. Something that resembles a butt, a human butt.
Something that resembles a butt.
Yeah, here they got this picture of this tree with the cakes.
You banged.
You doctor yet?
No, Dad. I'm 12.
Talk to me when you doctor.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It'll throw me in there.
Look at this picture, Roger. Can you see the butt?
I certainly do, immediately.
Do you see?
I also see she's pregnant.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Do you see the leaf coming out her ass?
I do.
You want to see it, Jeff? I'll pass it over here to you.
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look. What do we got? What do we got here? Oh, I got to get us a system going in between. Oh yeah, look at that. Did you ever see the one I posted on our Facebook page where it's a giant tree that has sort of gone in different directions and it looks like somebody laying down spreading their legs?
Yes.
And somebody put a pair of panties on it and I'm like, I'm just more interested to figure out how the fuck they got those panties on there. Because that's so true. It's like impossible to get them on there.
Well, they would have had to have cut them apart.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
First of all, the size of that tree.
Yeah, it was enormous.
That's good sized trunk there.
Just a wang, yeah, it's gonna be big.
It's a seamstress with too much time on her hands.
Exactly. All right, what else you got, man?
Phosphenes.
Phosphenes.
I'm sure you can break it down and get a good idea. It's PHOSPHENES. Phosphenes.
Are they an ingredient in detergent?
I just saw this. Not that fucking
No, they are not an ingredient in detergent.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't. Wait a minute.
Bueller.
All right. Anyway,
the lights you see when you close your eyes and press your hands to them.
Oh, that's what it is. Yes, the shapes and all that shit. Yeah. You know what? I grew up my whole life thinking that nobody else knew what that was until about 5 years ago when somebody said, "Do you put your hands against your eyes and see really fucking cool shapes?" And I was like, dude, I thought it was just like some superhero or something, man. I didn't think anybody fucking knew that. I didn't think anybody had that happen because I asked the little kids around me and they're like, I don't see anything. No. And I'm just like, dude. So I thought I was a unique person. Then I got, completely.
Well, you are unique.
Yes, I am unique.
You ever hurt your eyeballs from rubbing your eyes?
I have.
Yes. I have too. Yeah.
Yes.
I've scratched them.
I try not to do that anymore.
Yeah. Or when you get a fucking eyelash in your eye and you're trying to rub it out and it starts rubbing into your eye. It's like, son of a bitch.
Sharper.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, go ahead. What else we got?
A nurdle. Have you ever had a nurdle in your eye?
A nurdle.
Nurdle.
NURDLE. Nurdle.
Oh my God, that's familiar too.
Yeah.
That is a tiny dab of toothpaste.
Oh, darn.
Damn, who the fuck has bored enough to come up with that? You know, I got to call this thing something. Would I call it a dab? No, we don't want to call it a dab.
Dab's been used before.
Exactly. You could be getting high off of it off your toothbrush. What should we call it? A nurdle. Yeah.
Are we having fun with this?
Yes, we are. Please. Keep going.
Box tent. Think about it. Think about it.
Yes. We need to think about that for a second. Box tent.
Something that's very toothy.
Boom, boom. Box tent.
Something that's toothy? No?
No.
I know I'm going to kick myself because I know what this is. I've seen it, within the last year.
You guys have seen it 10 times this year alone, I guarantee.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
The table in the middle of a pizza box.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's what it is. Damn it.
Did you only get that from Papa John's?
No, I get it from other companies too.
Yeah, I got it. I think I first remember seeing it from Pizza Hut.
Wow.
I remember seeing it. Yeah, I think it was Pizza Hut, and then Domino's picked up real quick on that, and then it just all went to Papa John's. And
the next one is the Cornicione, CORNICIONE, Cornicione. Think about it. That is the outer part of a crust on a pizza.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you make sure you eat your veggies and cornicones.
And of course, they gotta make it sound like it's a fucking Italian thing, all right? It's a cornicione, man. Cornicione. And if you're from New York, it's probably a cornicione. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna throw some mozzarella on it. We're gonna fucking...
You got the gabagool.
Yeah, give it the gabagool, Yeah, this is... Oh, you should have seen the brochure on this bitch,
French New Yorker?
Oui, I think you should have seen the brochure on this bitch, Yeah.
Number 17.
17.
BARM. BARM.
Craziness.
That's the part of your arm that's just really, really big. It's a barn arm. Mixed together, it's BARM.
No, it's the foam on a beer is called the barm.
No shit, I called that a head.
That's what I called it too.
It's
I
always
called
been a head.
yeah.
Give me some head and a lot of beer under it. All right.
Overmorrow. Overmorrow. The day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow. Wow.
Here's one. It's not the obvious. Do you know what a punt is? P-U-N-T.
Yes.
Punt. Roger.
It's a small barrel for beer or something. Or a flagon or something like that.
According to BuzzFeed...
Hey, we're not supposed to say that anymore.
What are we supposed to say?
Flagon.
Oh, yeah, shame.
You're being bad.
According to BuzzFeed, a punt is the bottom of a wine bottle. So you're
ballparky.
Huh. Hey, I got one for you.
What's the definition of vagina? The box of penis comes in.
There we go. Anyway.
Thanks, Dice.
Yes, Dice. He's our man. If he can't do it, nobody can.
Well, this one has probably like 50 definitions.
Okay.
Keeper.
Well, she's the keeper.
The loop on a belt that keeps the end in place after it has passed.
Oh, yeah,
through the buckle.
Yeah, that other little extra buckle that you tuck it into so it doesn't flop over like a penis.
How about a minimus? Do you know what your minimus is?
I do. It's the front of your butt. It's not the Maximus. It's the Minimus. I don't know, man. That was my...
That's your little toe or finger inside your Maximus.
Oh.
How about a Zarf? Anybody know what a Zarf is?
Zarf.
Z-A-R-F.
Nope.
The cardboard sleeve on a coffee cup. You find them at cheap convenience stores that are too cheap just to buy good cups.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Instead of the good, yeah, exactly.
A graph.
G-R-A-F-F?
A-G-R-A-F-F-E. A graphe.
A graphe.
A-G-R-A-F-F-A. A-G-R-A-F-F-E.
F-F-E.
Sorry, A-G-R-A-F-F-E.
I have no fucking clue.
The wired cage that holds the cork in a bottle of champagne.
Oh, no shit.
And it's called a graphe.
Yeah, that guy.
I am not going to even try to pronounce that.
Well, I think we need to bring everybody up to speed.
Now let me bring you up to speed. We know nothing. You are now up to speed.
Okay.
I have a couple to tack onto your list when you're done.
There we go. Yeah. I got.
How about a collywobbles? Have you ever had the collywobblies when you were out with that special girl?
Collywobblies? I usually try to get rid of the collywobblies before I go out.
Throw one off in the shower beforehand.
Exactly. Yes, you got to drop those guys before they get out there.
Collywobbles are butterflies in your stomach.
Oh, that sounds British.
It probably is. Here's one. This is a good one. What's a nibbling?
When a bitch goes running by at high speed and hits you with her titties. You've been nippled, motherfucker.
That's a run by nibbling.
That's I don't know. Nippling. Top of the bottle. I don't know.
The nibbling.
The nibbling
is a non-gender specific term for a niece or a nephew, like sibling.
Oh.
These are my nibblings.
It makes it sound like you're going to eat them later.
Yeah.
Or as Roy Moore says,
Green Giant.
These my niblets here. Ah, shit.
Do you have to batter them first?
Sorry, folks. We get off a little bit. We get off a little bit.
Yeah, we do.
We have good times, man. Good times. Anyway,
Yeah.
You got to be sensitive to our brand of behavior and comedy because we are. Man, we're fun. We're fun.
Here's an interesting one. I wish I could pronounce it. Ooh, she's cute.
All right.
P-A-R-E-S-T-H-E-S-I-A.
Paresthesia.
I would guess that would be correct.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a couple of stesias. I really don't know what I know how to pronounce it, but I don't know really what it is.
Paresthesia. Paresthesia is what Roy Moore does to chicks before. Here, does this napkin smell like paresthesia?
No, it's more like the Bill Cosby way, because that's the pins and needles feeling you get.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Yeah.
You mean in your feet when you've been on the toilet too long?
Here's one. We're going to have some fun with this one.
All right.
Defenestrate.
Oh, I know that.
Go ahead.
Defenestrate. It's to shatter or knock out a window.
Oh, that's good. Yes, to throw out a window. Yes, that's pretty good.
Holy shit.
I immediately thought, like, when you're about ready to get butt fucked, your prostate goes into some kind of defense mode. It becomes a defense straight. Don't matter. It's still sore.
That's nice.
You're pretty good at this word thing.
He is.
I like words.
How about a muntin? M-U-N-T-I-N.
Don't know.
It says here it's the strip separating window panes.
Huh.
Have you ever had window panes?
No. I usually have regular panes like other people.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad are your window panes?
They're pretty bad. Well, are you going to replace them? All right.
Filtrum.
Oh, I know what that is.
You know what a filtrum is?
Jeff?
You have one.
You do.
You do it. What do you got?
It's the dimple underneath your nose.
Oh, yeah.
That is correct.
Wow.
That is correct.
Turn your laptop so he can't see it.
He's got it on his tablet. I can't see it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool.
Isn't she cute, Roger?
Who?
Huh?
Who?
What?
This dude here.
Isn't he lovely? There we go.
How about a snood? A snood.
Yeah.
I think it's when you get chicks covered in peanut butter and fucking pudding, and they run around in the snood. Only thing I can think of, man.
Is this a type of hood or hat?
It's an adverb for Canadians. It snowed last night.
Oh, it snowed.
It snowed outside.
I gotta go down south.
It's actually the fleshy thing around the neck of a turkey.
Oh yeah, not the
like
red.
That was a waddle.
Yeah, the red.
No, you're thinking of collywobbles.
Collywobbles.
How about a tittle? Anybody know what a tittle is?
A tittle's a very small amount. I need a teeny tiny tittle bit.
And get me some tittles from my nibblings.
Said Roy Moore.
The dot over an I or a J is a tittle.
Oh, wow.
How about Morton's toe?
Morton's toe?
Morton's toe.
I don't know.
When your second toe is bigger than your big toe. I belong to that club.
Yeah, there are people that have that longer middle toe, yeah.
Here's one. We see him all the time.
What's that?
Crepuscular.
How is he seeing this? Crepuscular rays.
Yeah. Crepuscular rays.
Crepuscular.
Crepuscular.
Break it down.
What's rays? How's rays spelled?
R-A-Y-S.
Is it that way?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
Tell me
sure.
you ain't seeing as you
No,
just...
I just...
Well, no, because you say raise, and then you could also mean R-A-I-S-E, which is a homophone.
Raise the dead.
That's right, exactly.
Isn't crepuscular like twilight or something like that?
Yeah, you're in the right ball. You're in the right planet. Rays of sunlight coming from a certain point in the sky.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Otherwise known when your aunt might have called God's rays.
God's rays, yeah. We had that in the South, too.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, I just saw. I took some pictures of them the other day.
How about a Snellen chart? Doctor, can I see your Snellen chart?
Snellen chart.
Sure, go ahead and read them to me. Sorry. That's the chart you look at when you take an eye exam.
Oh, yeah. Snellen chart. Cool.
Here's one.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying it right.
Go for it.
The crapulence.
The crapulence.
This is a real word. The crapulence. It's like the farts before the shit.
I thought it was going to be your coworker showing up at your door being like, hey, man, remember that craps I lent you?
The actual definition is a sick feeling you get after eating or drinking too much.
Oh, yeah, I get that shit all the time.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I know why I'm fat. Anyway.
One of you guys have to know this.
Okay.
O-B-E-L-U-S. O-B-E-L-U-S. The O-B-lus.
O-B-E-L-O-U-S.
It's the proper term for your earlobes.
No.
Oh, you suck.
It's the division sign, the little dash.
Oh, yeah.
With the
two
tittle on the top and the tittle on the bottom.
Yeah, right?
I thought it was on its period. I didn't know. The egg leg pad.
Pie.
Gross.
Yeah.
Anyway.
How about an ideolocator? Ideolocator. Probably. Ideolocator. I-D-E-O locator.
Ideolocator. It's where I can never seem to find when I have to come up with funny shit.
Somebody who speaks ideas?
No, it's a you are here sign.
Oh, no shit.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. I never knew. Yeah.
We gotta find a goddamn ideolocator.
A what? An ideolocator. Yeah.
How about a Brannock device? B-R-A-N-N-O-C-K device.
I bet I know what that is.
Take it.
That's the thing they use to measure your foot.
You are very correct, sir.
Nice. Very cool.
Here's one.
Why do we never know the names of this kind of shit? I don't know. It's fucked up.
How about an interrobang?
Interrobang.
Oh, you've been in one?
There's a lot of crazy shit going on in an interracial bang.
More questions than bang.
He's got the light on him. Come on, you got to tell me what I need to know. Yeah, just no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Come on, man, tell me what I need to know. Yeah.
An interrobang. What did you call
Interrobang.
it? Interrobang is what it's called when you combine a question mark with an exclamation point like this. I use those a lot, actually.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. It looks like the question.
Oh,
yeah,
man, this one here is so hard. How do you say this one, Roger?
He tried to ensnare you. It didn't work.
Corpuscular.
MAMIHLAPINATAPAT.
Well, fuck, now you're just throwing out letters.
Mansonapulet.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. I just guessed.
He's got it, and he phonically figured the shit out.
Yeah.
I don't know,
It's
dude.
the look shared by two people when both hope the other will offer to do something they both want but aren't willing to. I don't know. Here's one. I cough these up every morning.
Oh, lovely.
Phloem bundles.
Phloem bundles.
PHLOEM.
There goes the kid I'm not having.
Yeah.
We put it in a nice little mattress and everything.
Honey, don't blow your phloem bundles around here. That is those long stringy things you see when peeling a banana.
Oh, I hate that shit. Yeah.
Really, it's gross.
For the longest time, those were believed to get you high, but I
have yet to find that out. Anyway, but no, real quick though, if you go to an ice cream shop, like a old mom and pop shop, and you try and get yourself a banana split, the fuckers will cut you out a banana and leave all that shit on there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, really.
You know, get rid of that. It's like you might as well just put like pubes in that motherfucker because I ain't gonna eat it.
Yeah, those things are just, well, they're either bitter or they don't have a taste at all. But
Right.
still, you just
And the
don't
texture
Texture's
is just bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
it's
like that.
so weird, you know? It doesn't fall apart easily. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. What do we got next?
An octothorpe.
Octothorpe.
I can't not for the life of me see why they call it an octothorpe. But if they were to call it a 9-o-thorpe or a 4-o-thorpe, a quattrothorpe,
A Jim Thorpe.
it is the pound button on a telephone.
Octothorpe. I guess because it has 8 points coming out of it. Yeah. 2 on top.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah. Who would have think?
And the middle thing is the Thorpe.
Yeah, I don't know. Take those fuckers off. It's a box. Yeah, that's right.
Here we go.
Okay.
Suck on these, would you? A gynecomastia.
Oh, that's men with tits. Oh my God! There's no such thing as men with tits. It's chicks with dicks.
That's a movie, dude. Men with tits.
From Ted 2, that shit was awesome.
Was that already used on Ted 2?
No. It's something that I had great interest in learning about because, I have large boobs, and when you got the large boobies, it's a little weird and stuff.
Men with tits.
You got pot tits.
I got pot titties.
And
they're not as big as they used to be, but they're still kind of big.
I have an A cup.
Yeah, I probably have like a little more than that. They used to say that. I always made fun of it because they came out in like the 80s. They said they used to administer antibiotics and stuff to chicken. And the ones we were particularly getting were from Puerto Rico. And so it's always been it's not antibiotics, it's steroids.
Oh, right.
Steroids in those chicken. And ever since then, I've always just said, yeah, those anabolic freaking, chickens over there, Puerto Rican chickens.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, and they're just like, what the fuck does that mean? It's just like, dude, you're fucking high. You've got to be, because we don't know what the hell it is you mean.
If the chickens are from Puerto Rico, are they like missing arms and wings and stuff, or are they like wearing gold chains and? Sorry.
Yeah, that's just horrible.
That is.
That's a state, man. You should know that's a state.
How about a mondegreen? MONDE green. Mondegreen.
Oh. I don't know.
Misheard song lyrics.
Oh, no shit.
Like the one you showed me that one time. That is so funny, the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Here I am, waiting for the snowman to melt.
Yeah.
Okay, how about a scurry funge? Anybody know what a scurry funge is?
Scurry funge. Nope. Got no idea. Nope.
The time you run around cleaning frantically right before company comes over. I'm going to be scurry funging Friday night because my house is getting inspected. The landlord has to go to the bank, get more money.
Yeah.
So the bank wants to come in and see how much weed I got. So I'm going to be scurry funging a lot of funging.
That's it, scurry funging. And it's funny, too, because you'll never tell the people that when they get there. They'll be like, y'all, this is the cleanest my house been in 2 years. Know that I did it for you.
I'm thinking that if the landlord doesn't come along, fuck it.
Yeah.
What do I care if the appraiser is he going to knock it down any more than what it's worth?
Right. Yeah. No. If anything, he's going to be like, I got to take a break, y'all. Go on waiting out in the car. I'll be down in a minute. Yeah. Oh man, this house is worth so much more now.
Yeah. Okay. How about apthongs? APH thongs. Apthongs.
Athongs. I gotta put on a pair of these athongs. Really love my
They
hair.
are silent letters, like the P in Psycho. Silent
like
letters.
The G in phlegm.
Like
the
G in phlegm.
Or Nat.
Nat, yeah.
That's another good one. G's always a lot of
or,
silent G's.
Or the next word, the T in messes.
In messes?
T, MESIS.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what the fuck that is.
When you separate a word into two for effect. Example, I am going to abso-freaking-lutely be the best Scrabble player on the planet.
Nice.
Good for you. I hope you take it a long way. I think
I
just
fucking
ran out of things.
What did you run out?
Yeah, that was it. The end was here before I knew it. Yeah, there it is.
Please don't move. What the hell is this? Don't give me attitude, sir. So you're assuming I won't shoot your sorry ass, and everyone knows when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption. Now, I'm Sergeant Madigan Vice, and if you do cop a tooth jerk off, I will see to it you spend the next 10 years in prison getting ass fucked. And if the case is thrown out because my arrest was too violent, I will personally hire men to ass fuck you for the next 10 years. Nice. So if you're an ass fucking fan, you go ahead and mouth off. Meanwhile, you're under arrest for the crime of prostitution.
That's right. And that's
Tonight's show is brought to you by condoms. Because condoms. That's how we lost Freddie Mercury and gained a Justin Bieber. Tonight's show is brought to you by Anal Lube. Anal Lube. Because your honey's coming in the back door.
Yes. And the Roy Moore ad, we just got it in. Here it is.
Because fuck you, America.
All right.
Very
I think
good.
it's basically his whole thing right there. As a matter of fact, that's one dude that really needs to step aside, man.
Yeah, he's
Step
not going to
aside.
do it.
And he's not. No. And the fucked up part about it is people are going to be, voting for him anyway.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to say nothing makes sense anymore.
Oh yeah.
There's just up is down, left is right. It just does not matter. They've delegitimized science, the media,
right.
Any sort of
any intelligence-based stuff,
right? That you can prove or delineate with empirical data. That you
Right.
can repeat the experiment, you can repeat the equation.
Right.
It always comes out right. It's still fake science.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
fake facts.
Well, yeah, and it's just like, how can anybody believe that 100% of CNN's information is fake news?
Right.
How could you possibly believe that? And people do. They're like, oh my God, it's fake news. They'd be like, the barn burned down behind your house. Oh my God, it's fake news.
People will accept whatever
What's burning?
applies to them.
Dan done shit himself right on off there. Yeah, exactly. I think people are becoming a little bit more selfish, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But
People are scared.
Yeah, I mean, just the idea that Roy Moore could even win. I mean, we're not Alabamians. We're not down there. We're not getting ready to go vote. We ain't gonna do none of that stuff. We're gonna hang out with sis, mom, and we're gonna go over there and do our thing. We're vote straight line Republican, and boom, there we are. We're good. We're leaving now. That's the thing. That's it, dude. And that's exactly what happens here. There should be a shit ton more people voting here.
That's what happens in your inner cities. Everybody votes straight Democrat ticket.
Right.
You mean to tell me it doesn't matter? It's moot now.
Yeah.
But you mean to tell me when Obama and what's that other guy that ran? Mitt Romney. You mean to tell me in a couple of wards in Philadelphia, not one person voted for Mitt Romney?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Dude, it's totally...
That may be true, but then that's just straight ticket.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. Yeah. Somebody just decides to go in and... It's like the lazy... It's like, I almost have to ask, why do you fucking waste the time to come down here then?
Right.
You know what I mean? Why come down here and just put one dot in a damn thing and be done? You know what I mean? Learn something. Figure something out. Learn who these people are. If you're not sure who they are, either don't vote for them or vote for them under the auspice that, hey, they might have the same, thinking or stuff. What I tend to do when it comes to incumbencies, like people that are like, oh, I'm the mayor and, I'm running again and blah, blah, blah. I don't know shit about his platform. But if I know I'm living in my town and everything's good in my town, don't fix what's not broken. You know what I mean?
And maybe that's the best way to go.
Yeah, for the most part. That's the most part. But when you have two people like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump fighting each other for the presidency, it's just like, I might as well just throw my fucking vote away, because neither one of them are champions for the cause.
Right.
I voted for Hillary, which, the only reason I did that is because it was anybody but Trump.
Same here.
And that's a negative way to look at things. I understand that. But when you are like 100% positive that the person that's going to be in the office shouldn't be in office, then you probably, have the ability to do that. You should be allowed to do that. So, I don't know. Yeah, we just got all fucking political, man. Damn,
now I'm all run down.
Buzz is all fucked up now. Jeez.
Now I'm all depressed.
Ah, shit.
Damn it.
All right, man. Let's pick this back up. What else do we got?
Hey, I am done.
You're done.
Can I hit with you with a couple last
words?
Yes.
Yeah, hit me up with a couple.
Well, first of all, words like that are sniglets.
Okay.
Do you remember back in the 80s there was a guy who did it? Okay.
Yes, Rich Hall, wasn't it?
Rich Hall, absolutely.
Yeah, yes, yep.
One of his sniglets was Griggles. You remember that?
I don't. It sounds familiar.
Okay, when you're in an orchard, especially after harvest, not every apple's picked. Some are stunted or whatever.
Right.
And they dry up on the tree.
Right.
That's a Griggle.
Spell Griggle.
Griggles. like giggles but griggles.
With an R in it.
All right, we got sparrots.
Sparrots. When you have more than one parrot.
Leftover birds?
Could be.
What's that? Them sparrots. Sparrots are, you ever have a Chanel rug or bedspread? Yeah.
Right.
Okay, the little marks that are left on your face when you go from the Chanel, that's sparrots.
Very nice, yeah.
Okay, and my last one, my favorite, is phlegm. F-L-E-N.
Phlegm. I don't know, it doesn't sound like it's going to be good.
It's not horrible, but it's the crust at the top of the ketchup bottle.
Oh, God. Yeah, that is.
That sounds like phlegm.
Phlegm, yeah.
Coughed up a bunch of phlegm this morning.
Yeah. Bunch of dried up ketchup and shit. Yummy. So, but no, I was going to bring something up, but damn it, there goes my train again.
Why do you keep doing this to yourself?
I keep getting myself all fucked up. I know, I have no idea. No. No, I'm good.
Did you have anything to put in it?
Oh, yeah. You got it.
Nope.
Oh, nope, that's it.
Already passed it back and forth.
Oh.
That was the end of it. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, well, that's okay. Life goes on.
The life
so we're going to have
goes
to call it quits now. We have to call it a night because I need to go home and get some more.
Everybody's got no brain on. Everybody's got no brain on.
So do you have anything to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
What do you got?
Let's bring up something.
What do you got?
Okay, my first thought, asparagus urine, and just started that.
Yes.
Yes, it's very strong, and it doesn't smell like asparagus. Like you smell. What is that smell? It's sour. It's got some. It's got like a weird sweetness underneath it, but it's foul, and yet I'm drawn to it.
Oh, really?
No. But when I go to the bathroom, I'm not like I'm more like ooh.
Everything all right in there?
Yes.
I think I'm about to pass a kidney stone.
Nice.
There we go. Sorry. Okay, what else you got?
Okay.
Well, I
go ahead.
Say that again.
What
were we just talking about?
Asparagus piss.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if a condition I have is the same as this asparagus, but I do notice when I eat asparagus, the piss does smell, and I think it smells more than what it usually does because.
You're paying more attention to it because of the asparagus.
No. My wife says to me all the time whenever she's getting out of the shower and I wake up and I have to go down and pee.
Yeah.
She goes, "Your pee stinks."
Yeah.
That's almost every morning. Your pee stinks.
Dude, you got to put a Staples button and record that shit. Your pee stinks. No, it's funny because my wife does that too. She's like, "You guys' pee stinks."
I think.
And I'm like, what?
I heard this on Dr. What's his name on the radio? I'm
like coming up with Dr. Oz. I don't know.
No, anyways, it's one of those health doctors.
Deepak Chopra?
No,
okay.
Anyways,
Sanjay Gupta.
Yeah, he actually is. He was the Surgeon General for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sanjay Gupta was over Obama.
He was a TV news doctor for a while. Anytime there was a horrible disease or outbreak or whatever, he'd be the one to cover it.
But he's obviously Indian.
Yes. Well, you know what Dr. Oz is like. Just imagine a more respectable and honorable Dr. Oz. Where you can believe everything he's pretty much saying. Yeah. Yeah.
But I caught the tail end of this conversation about an odor coming from the urine, and Dr. Oh, his name's right on the tip of my tongue. The doctor said that there's an extra protein in the urine. And I'm wondering if that's the same condition, if there's extra proteins in our urine.
That could be. Your body does process that out through your urine.
Yeah, and it's one of these proteins that aren't normal to be, just missing.
Yeah, but if you have an overabundance, your body automatically gets rid of them.
Well, from what I understand, your body just gets rid of protein, what you don't use after the end of the shift.
Right. We're shutting down for the night. What are we going to do with this extra protein?
Oh, shit.
Flush it out.
I don't know. Let's just do a wet dream. Oh, God, I woke up and my whole bed's a waterbed now. What the fuck?
Yeah. What you got?
I got All right, when the shit hits the fan,
Okay.
as it will eventually,
Sure.
will we band together into communities or be killed and or absorbed into tribes of gun-wielding marauders, and will civilization eventually prevail?
Ooh. So let's just say there's a nuclear holocaust.
Sure.
And everybody's gotten killed except for just you lucky prick.
Hey.
But you go out there and you find out that there's other people that survived too.
Oh, darn. I was just going to say, well, there goes gun control.
No, at that point, that's when it's really important to have gun.
Anyways.
Gun, not control. But yeah, I see what you're saying. What I think it will be bands of communities, but it'll also be bands of assholes who will try to conquer those communities.
So The Walking Dead.
Basically, yeah, exactly. And I think there will be some corrupted people inside those communities. Not every single one of them, but a lot of them will. So the governor, basically. But then you'll also have those communities that are very, very cool, like King Ezekiel, which is our newest guy from last season to this season. And he's very respectable, although he does talk like he's at the PA Ren Fair. Today is not my day to die, good sir. You know, it's like, holy shit, really? Dude, you're a thespian. And that's okay, the girl over there in the short hair, she's a thespian. Anyway, no. But yeah, I mean, it's...
The best porn.
Yeah, I think what's going to end up happening is, we would end up circling our wagons and hopefully be able to protect the community that we'd want to, be in, I guess. So, like, it would be like here, my hometown, or you guys' hometowns. Those people get together. Well, yours will be driving together. The rest of us will be fucking walking because, Camp Hill, cash. They got cash.
Yeah.
So, we will definitely. I have a feeling that, a really good feeling that my area will be the ones overthrown by the militia bent people.
Right.
But I have a feeling you guys are kind of in that area where it's communities come together, pull together, and figure something out to prevent that from being a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's only because of the difference between rural and what's considered city. You guys are more suburbs than city, but still, you get my point.
Mm-hmm. I think initially after the thinning of the herd, after that happens, what we'll see is communitizing, but in a weird kind of sort of way. Initially, what first will happen will be you will group together with your immediate kith or kin first. And if there's enough there, then so you're first gonna go to people you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys will probably, as a small community, form alliances and join some other kind of community and communitize.
Right.
So jigsaw, if you will, a jigsaw community.
Yeah.
But I think it's just automatic because chances of survival are better when we're numbered higher, even against non-nuclear holocaust or any other thing out to kill us. But our chances of just, I don't know what anybody else could. Sorry.
Well, have you ever heard that? There's a thing. It's I can't remember what it's called, but it's a condition, and it's a mathematical condition that says in exponential situations where you have a community, in this case, a community of people, a certain number of people, all of those people might be sane, and that's great. But as you add more people to that, you're now corrupting the mix, and you're making it so that percentage will actually go up. So you'll start getting more and more people in that are just fucking nuts.
Which is why I keep adding chlorine to the pool. But yeah.
Boom.
The thing that I think is interesting about that scenario is the idea of gun control is going to go right out the window.
It has to.
It has to.
Yeah.
People are going to be like, no, guess what? I would rather survive.
Right. Yeah. And that's the really fucked up part about this, because I watch shows like The Walking Dead, and I've seen them, from start day one of, their seasons or whatever, and I really, really have to say, in some regards, it's very much like what it's going to be apocalypse-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to some of the attitudes, it's a little different. I can honestly say that I believe if anything were to happen, I think there would be a lot less Negans and a lot less governors that we think there would be. I think they would just be happy just to be alive, and most people would. But as you see in things like The Walking Dead, almost every person that they run into, they either had to kill or fight or do something, and it's like, but why? You know what I mean? What is the fucking point here? King Ezekiel's a perfect situation. He has a place called the Kingdom, And in the kingdom, he has people that are working to farm. He's got people tending sheep and tending cows. He's got multitudes of people, and he's got a security force. Granted, Negan was trying to take over his shit, and Negan was like kind of like coming in and saying, hey, man, you know, in order to stay alive, for the most part, you're going to have to give me 50% of whatever you create in a week. And they had to agree. They didn't have a choice because Negan's army was just guns and ammo, basically. This is my friend gun. This is my friend ammo. But that was basically, and you know, that was the big corrupt thing. And I think that could happen in an apocalypse, but I really don't think it will so much because people realize this is what you got to do to stay alive. But don't get me wrong. There will be a need to have guns. There will be a need to protect people. And there will be a need to fend off other factions or even other animals or whatever. So,
do you think if shit hits the fan, the U.S. military will stay together?
I will. Yeah, go ahead, Raj. You answer this one.
Yes, I think whatever core government manages to isolate itself and try and maintain a core of control is going to have a security force, basically, that's going to be the remnants of the army. But depending on what bases may be in an area that's been completely devastated or whatever, they're going to be scattering around, maybe forming little militias and absorbing civilians who've been wanting to be in a militia for a long time. And so unless the main army can connect with these people, I don't know what the communication thing is going to be like then everybody's going to be fragmented. It's almost going to be like after the Civil War, when you had regiments, especially in the South, who refused to give up and rode on as solo regiments for so long before they were finally either put down or went to Mexico.
Came to their senses. There was a couple that did, but not very many. Most of them wanted to keep up the fight. So, but yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I'm thinking about it, and I'm just not quite sure, but I do see if world governments start fracturing, armies are going to become a lot smaller. This is still have a security force.
Yeah.
But I think particularly the U.S. military, they're Americans. So you know what? Really, their family comes first. And if shit hits the fan, I bet you better than half
will desert.
Yeah.
It would have to take...
No dishonor. I mean, no dishonor.
Right, no. Yeah, you would leave because you felt you either had to go get your family or whatever. I agree. But I also think that the military itself will become unhinged, so as it were. I wouldn't say completely, but I would say pretty much
unhinged, like it answers to nobody.
Apart. Well, but I think it's going to be structural line, which is the structural line that goes up to the generals. Basically, a general has control over multiple sections, and those sections have control over multiple sections. Battalions and divisions and stuff like that. If you get one division that just goes, fuck this, we're not doing this shit, and they split, if the word doesn't get to the other groups, then most of them will probably just be like, we're going to continue doing what we need to do. I mean, you might have a couple of defectors. But, of course, there's always going to be that guy up the line, the general or what have you, even the president of the United States. Somebody is going to be there, and they're going to be like, you know what? You guys have done a wonderful job for us, and we'd like you to keep doing it for us. We're America strong. You know what I mean? And just really the
patriotism will always be a trump card.
Yeah, the Bill Pullman fucking Independence Day speech. It'll be that.
We will not go quietly into the night.
Exactly.
We will not give up without a fight. We don't need no stinking
badges. No, but I honestly think you'll get some fracturing of the military. It won't be a lot. But then you'll get like divisions or battalions or whatever. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I think, inherently as a human being, we're going to have that instinct to want to flee. We're going to want to get away. Mm-hmm. And if that's the case, that's probably what those guys are probably, going on. I tell you what it's going to be, though. The most structured of the military will be the ones that are there the most and the least structured. Like an Army private would be more likely the one that runs over a Navy SEAL. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So you have Green Berets, Navy SEALs, the Marine Elite, which is, I forget what the hell the name of that group is. And then you have,
What?
I said Mossad.
Mossad, yeah. The Israeli. No, so you have these different, and those factions within the military, they're the ones, I know that sounds horrible, but they're the ones that would stay closely knit, you know what I mean? Like, they will be the team for the president and always be there. A great show to watch in order to see exactly how this happens is a show called The Last Ship.
Oh, I heard about it. In fact, my dad was telling me he really liked it.
You should watch it. I think it's season 4 just came out, or 3. It might have been 3. No, it was season 4. I'm pretty sure it was season 4. Just came out over the summer. It seems to be a summer show, which really sucks because this show has a lot of potential. And here's what it was about. And see if this doesn't grab you by the testiculars. And see if you don't think, damn, I really want to see that. This is what the first episode is about. The United States military, the Navy, sends a ship north to near Alaska to usher a scientist there that is going to try and stop what's getting ready to be the flu that wipes out the world.
Ooh.
Okay? And on the way back, they don't know what she's there for, okay? They just think she's here to do something. It's very important, and the military and the government wants this to be done.
Right.
And as they're coming back, they're getting all these calls in, and everybody's saying to them, hey, man, you know what, we're dying left and right. Nobody can seem to live through this. Well, that's not true. There were people that had, natural immunity, but all these people were dying, and that's basically how the show starts. They ferry her back with that.
It kind of sounds like they just ripped that page right out of Stephen King's The Stand.
Yes,
right.
Yeah. For the most part, except it's not an evil good. It's not a good bad kind of thing. And the guy that played Jane on Firefly is in it too, Adam Baldwin. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, that's the reason why I watch it. Yeah, he plays in this one he plays a captain.
Oh, okay.
At first he plays an XO, then he plays a captain. But sorry, I gave that away. Anyway, but yeah, it's really good. The show is really, really good, and it's you can tell it was done when it's done at first on a kind of a budget. Mm-hmm. They were like, well, we're not sure if we're going to want to keep this, so let's just shoot 10 episodes and see what happens. And as soon as I saw, I started, I think, in the 3rd episode when that first came out. I started watching them then, and I was blown away. I had to keep watching it.
6 already.
Of what?
The Last Ship.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
I have a little bit up on Google.
Google. Googly. The E is silent. Google.
Speaking of pandemics, have you watched The Strain?
I actually have all of them to watch, and I haven't watched them yet.
I watched the first season, and it ended where it was like, okay, well, this is going to spill over.
Right.
And I was ready for a second season, got away from it somehow, but now it's in like season 5, 6, 7.
I think it's 5, yeah, because I have season 5 recorded upstairs. It's only 10 episodes of season 2, which is really kind of annoying, because now I got to wait a whole another fucking year to watch a 2 months worth of TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. If anybody ever gets the message, man, get the message that it sucks to have to do that shit.
Yeah.
I want to watch 22 to 26 episodes of something
and
be happy.
Creatures in the world, the human animal is the most dangerous.
Ooh.
Fortunately, a new species has risen to supplant them.
I still can't believe we lost. What the hell are they up to?
The world is dying. You are his last hope.
These terrorists will be hunted down.
If we waited for the perfect moment to revolt, it would never happen.
I call this a win.
I don't know if you can follow along or understand it with just noise.
Yeah, no. What is it?
That was a season 4 trailer for The Stain. The Strain.
The Stain.
The Stain.
Oh my God, I can't get it out. 4 seasons of trying to get it out.
Yeah.
Yes, I have one to play for you. It just came out, I believe, either today or tomorrow. I don't know if we talked about Deadpool at all. I think we did earlier.
Yeah, early.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. Yeah, because I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, Deadpool came out with a second trailer for Deadpool 2.
Nice.
And it just so happens the first one was really, really good. It was this old man getting robbed on the street, and he goes running because he sees it, and he goes running as fast as he can. He gets into a telephone booth, and he closes it, and then he tries to change over into his uniform in this fucked up telephone booth. So he's like taking forever, and in the background you hear this old man getting fucking robbed. It's classic as shit. As a matter of fact, yeah, it's good enough that I think I want to be able to play that for you. But yeah, he does a lot of these, which is really unique. Where he goes in and it's just a story. Basically, that's all it is. It's just a freaking story. And hang on, let me see if I can find it here real quick. I got the new one. Damn it. There it is. There we go. He's walking along the lonely streets of whatever city he's in. Looking ugly as fuck. You look like an avocado. Fucked a bad avocado. You're hard to look at. That's what he says.
Nothing from me, young man. I
Here.
worked so hard in this life to let someone. Oh, you want to end up dead? Oh no, please don't hurt me. Are you fucking kidding me? No.
Not on my watch, motherfucker.
And he runs to the telephone booth. Like Superman. And he's opening up his bag. He's taking off his gloves. Unzipping shit. Getting his shirt off. And trying to get his pants down. Now his butt cheeks are up against the door. And he's trying to put shit on, and he's wiggling his ass across the door. Fucking, he's just crazy hilarious. Now he's got part of the suit on. He's trying to get the rest of his suit. Dude's still in the background beating the shit out of him. The old man. He's almost got his shit. He's almost there. Now he's making a phone call.
What's the stick with Laird? No? Okay. No, just tell him Wade called. Thank you.
He's trying to call some dude. Got his guns. And now he's looking out this phone booth, inside the phone booth.
Okay.
And now he's running in slow.
Nice suit. Zip it, Stanley.
Stanley, zip it, Stanley. And this is him sprinting across the road.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not good. No, no, no. Oh, you're not going to walk that one off. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I spent way too long in the phone booth.
He's talking
if
to
I'm being
dead
honest
dude.
with myself, I probably should have just called 911.
Well, none of that matters now. Because I think we're both missing the real point here.
He's laying on him.
The fuck is a phone booth doing on a street corner? It was disappear in 98? Suppose I could have just used my cell. Ooh. And Cherry Garcia ice cream.
Cherry Garcia
You
ice
eat
cream.
this? Don't answer now. Just rest.
He's talking to a dead dude.
I mean, actually, I made a call to the costumer. His name is Laird. He usually helps me put the suit on.
I don't know how the other guys do it so quickly. And you probably wouldn't be dead if it was Logan. You gotta change into.
Wolverine.
I wears a fucking tank top and a pair of jeans.
Not soon enough.
Yeah. Like to get my tank top on, bit of perspiration, have a nice little crime fighting spree, yeah. Happy hug a call a day.
He's making shit fucking fun of Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Hang on a second. Okay, so that was trailer one. That's when it first came out, and of course that's giggle worthy. This next one is Deadpool playing Bob Ross.
Nice.
Okay, so here it is. He's in the suit and everything, but then this big
Hello
fucking
there.
boosh.
Welcome back. I'm glad you could join me today. Let's just dive right in and run all the colors across the screen that you need to
Clockwork
paint along
Orange.
with me. I have my
Girls of
regular
Indigo.
canvas here, wet,
Soylent
ready to go.
Green.
Now, let's
Men in
grab
Black.
Trusty 2-inch
Box
brush
Office
here.
Gold.
Whack that off.
Doc
real
Brown.
good. Just beat it like it owes
Pretty
you
in
money.
Pink.
We're gonna
Silver
do a
List.
little dab of our yellow snow
Yellow
here.
Snow.
Mix that with just another
Reddit.
little dab of our Betty White.
Betty White.
Let's just dance in a happy little sky. And remember, this is your world. You get to make and break the rules here.
He stops, and all of a sudden, he was painting some orange shit across the top of it, and then the camera pulls back, and as it does, it's a complete winter scene. As if he painted the whole damn thing.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah.
Wish I could jump in there and roll around in all that Cascading white powder. Yeah, just get high on all of life's splendor. God, I love cocaine. So much.
So
holy fuck knuckles, I am high as a kite.
Now the picture's changed again.
Let's paint in a few little happy trees there. Nothing wrong with making friends with trees. You know, what you don't want to do is eat these paints. Trust me on this one. All right, I'm gonna whack off again. That's right.
That was a huge
Feels
Bob
good.
Ross thing. Then he flipped his fucking brush. Then, of course, it's scenes from the movie, which looks fucking phenomenal.
Would you look at that? It seems like we have ourselves a finished painting. So from our family to yours, keep your pants dry, your dreams wet, and remember, hugs not drugs.
Keep your pants wet, or your dreams wet. Keep your pants dry, and your both of the camera people on it. Both of the camera people in the credits were Wayne Campbell.
Yeah.
How did Deadpool become Deadpool?
Okay, well, he's a comic, of course, and he's had his own thing, his own gig for quite some time now. I think it was the 80s or 90s he came out. Was it? Yeah.
Oh,
it was
the character
yeah,
Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool
Yes,
the comic.
yes.
And he's just always been. They call him the Merc with the mouth. And basically, that's what he is. He just smarts off every chance he gets, and he's really, really good at it.
He is.
Genuinely funny at it. Because, of course, it's a movie. But still, he could just grab on anything. Kind of like what we can do, when we're in the flow, we have the ability to grab onto something and not let it go and ride it down the hill in the snow. Anyway, so, yeah, he's always kind of been like that. And he's always been kind of rated R. He's a Marvel comic, but he's kind of just that, the one you don't necessarily let your kids pick up on. So anyway, he went on for a long while. Deadpool became part of another group. He didn't really want to be, working with them in the comic books. And he ended up, stopped doing that and went back solo again. But there's this one scene in a movie. I think it was like it wasn't a G.I. Joe movie. What the hell was it? It was another...
What, the Wolverine? Where?
Yes, the Wolverine.
He was one of the assassins.
Yes,
before he was Deadpool.
Right, and he actually, everybody said, "Oh, he's going to be playing Deadpool from that character," but that wasn't necessarily the thing. Although in the movie he was known as Deadpool.
Right.
So it was kind of like, okay, this is weird. This doesn't even look like Deadpool. So Ryan Reynolds went up and said, "You know what? Let's go ahead and make this Deadpool movie," and nobody bought it. Everybody was like, "Nah, fuck this. We don't want to do that." So here's the funny part about this, dude, and this is one of those things where it's a legend, it's myth, it's kind of whatever you want it to be, but it just doesn't seem like it would have been real. But this is exactly what happened. Ryan Reynolds had some money, invested it into, and him and a few other people invested it into having some early sketches done on what the Deadpool movie would look like. And one of the scenes was the bridge scene that's actually in the movie, where he jumps down off this bridge and lands in an SUV, perfectly right through the sunroof, lands right in the seat, and starts just fucking beating the shit out of everybody in this truck. The thing is, though, is that it's completely undone. Like it was called a work print, and the work print was basically just like blobs moving around and showing like what this person's going to do. Well, somehow it mysteriously got on the internet. And then it got said that Ryan Reynolds wanted to be the guy who wanted to play Deadpool because I think he actually voiced some other stuff. Mm-hmm. And people were just like, oh man, that's fantabulous. So he tried to sell that on that situation, and I think Paramount or whoever the hell it was that picked it up and said, yeah, we'll do it. But you got to do this, and that, and you got to do this, and that. And he said, no, that's not the way the character is. It's not the way the thing is. It has to be a rated R movie. It has to be, fun-loving. There's got to be a few F-bombs. There's got to be shit that goes over a lot of people's head, but it's funny as hell. And
the movie company wanted a Superman.
Yes. They just wanted a general fucking moneymaker. What really happened, though, was he started building that momentum with fans. And fans started saying, yeah, we really want to see a Deadpool movie. And what ended up happening was they went on, I think it was Kickstarter or Indiegogo, one of the two. Right. And raised a shit ton of money to make the movie. And they made it. Ryan Reynolds was in it. They did, everything that they potentially could, and then they tried to sell the movie. And then finally somebody came along and said, we will take that. And they went in and finished up the movie. They got their finishing funds from the studio or whatever, and then they finished up the end of the movie. Boom, man, put it out there. Dude, it's the biggest superhero film above rated R.
Yes.
It's above rated R. So, but yeah, it was huge, dude. It was huge. Like I said, when I went there to go watch it, the whole theater was packed. I couldn't, breathe. It was really weird, because I'm all an introvert now.
Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to go to movies. I don't like going to movie theaters when they're like that anyways.
Exactly. Yeah, because then it's just, you don't quite enjoy it as much because you feel like you have to keep your gut sucked in all proper and shit and sitting upright and not leaning over on anybody or touching any pussies. Anyway, what?
No, man, if I want to go somewhere where the food is stale and I got to be around people and it stinks all the time and it just makes me miserable, I'll just go to work.
I was going to say your in-laws, because I know that's the way it is with mine. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. My in-laws, I love my in-laws. They're great people. They tasted really good with chicken. Anywho,
Do you mind a hair on your pie?
Yes. I am not real fond of hair pie. I like to be taken down a little bit, just a notch.
Wow.
Put some hairspray.
Do you prefer it to be groomed?
I don't know about that.
The preceding portion of the Jeff and Dan Show was brought to you by Hairspray, because your pubes need to look good too.
That's right, exactly. And one.
The following portion of the Jeff and Dan Show is brought to you by Prune Juice. Prune Juice. We make you shit.
That's right. Right up the front, man. What are you going to do? All right, man. Well, I'm kind of dry.
Manscaping.
You're dry? Dry as in thirsty or dry as in...
I'm dry as in everything. I'm getting thirsty too, but there goes my last monster.
There's a citrus green tea over here. You want that?
No. Yeah, you don't want that either.
No.
You got anything?
Yes, I do. We started out talking in the car about Steve McQueen.
Oh, yeah.
And the current trend towards vilifying men who show any sort of aggressive sexual tendencies.
Yes.
And women want Steve McQueen. They want a guy who's just quiet, very strong. He's going to be able to protect you,
right,
and still exudes a sexuality. Now, most normal guys are not Steve McQueen, but they try to be.
Yeah.
And some just try to be a little aggressive and fail miserably, and others get beyond
they turn
strong. They turn into monsters.
They turn into Steve the Queen. How are you guys doing? Anyway.
Gay up
they went too far. That's right, yeah. We gayed up the movie.
1 out of 10 men do enjoy Steve the Queen.
Like Steve the Queen.
I think they're sending a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter for Steve the Queen.
He's been touted as being one of the best, but nobody wants to believe him, and Steve is just upset about that. Anyway.
Do you think...
Ouch. Hey, earthquake. That hurt.
What's the solution to this? Men are aggressive. They're bred to be aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to be tough out there, or at least be able to suck it up when you need it. If somebody attacks a loved one and you're there, you're definitely going to throw in.
Oh, sure.
Right. But see, the thing is that enables a man to hunt, to fight, to build, to go out there and dare to make a place in the world, is also part of the same brain chemistry and biology that makes them more sexually aggressive, especially once testosterone sets in and everything.
Exactly.
It's you can't completely eliminate one and keep the other.
Right.
You've got to either make docile, quiet, pussified men,
right,
or let men be men and just. You can't just let people be, monsters, but but people who aren't monsters are being shut down as well.
I think this comes down to like a very Republican sounding thing, but there has been an attack on manliness.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of that started with, I'm not going to say millennials because that's not true. I know a couple of guys that are just out to get pussy and that's what they want. But I think it had a lot to do with the cultures of change in specific things, like the acceptance of being gay, the acceptance of transgenderism. I'm not saying it's anything like the person that's saying, well, if you're going to accept gay marriage, you might as well accept bestiality. That's not true. What I'm saying is that we are naturally born, like you were saying, naturally born and inherently angry as a thing. When it comes to men, we are more angry and able to do more damage than the majority of anybody else out there, except for men that are like us or our size or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, for every person that you can kick their ass, there's 2 out there that can kick yours. Right. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
But that being the case, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to prevent these guys, anybody, mostly men, from becoming what they naturally feel like becoming. Now, some people will say that's evolution. And that does make sense because it is evolution. We're opening up our minds. We're thinking about this stuff a little bit better, a little bit cleanly. But the problem is we're trying to do that with everybody who's not ready to evolve. Mm-hmm. They just want to stay where they're at. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's trying to make it seem like there's something wrong with that. These people that are back here, most of them being older, most of them going to die off soon. That's rude, whatever you want to call it, but it's true. And those people that go by the wayside are the ones that would lead newer generations into being things like pussy grabbers or being, ignorant, asshole male things. Just real quick, I just want to say that, these are our personas. These are who we are when we're on the radio. I have daughters, and I have daughters that I'm very protective of. I don't want guys to do that same shit when I'm talking about. So maybe that makes it a double standard. But I'm also trying to be a little more entertaining in a way.
To what degree?
What degree of
Steve McQueen is acceptable? But one thing I have to interject, I'm not sure why, but it seems to fit, is, that Steve it's like twofold here when it comes to women. And I'm not badgering women, just for a second.
Yeah, okay, just remember.
It's okay if you act all Steve McQueen towards a woman and she likes you.
Right.
But if she thinks you're skanky, then you are sexually harassing her. Am I right?
Right.
Yes.
Now, it's also another part that I feel like I have to say is we're trying to get rid of the Steve McQueen unless it's happening to us.
Right.
I mean, you get rid of Steve McQueen and the whole thing unless he's being Steve McQueen to me.
No,
right.
I think the problem there is that, are you saying that about the generation now that's coming up? Or are you saying that about everybody?
Not everybody, but there seems to be this undertow. There seems to be and a thing that's not really spoken, but it's kind of out there. You just kind of get the feeling that this is what's going on.
Yeah. Slight changes and stuff that are just coming up, and you don't know where this information's coming up and trying to change your mind. Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying.
Like the weather's changing, but all you can feel is the barometric pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, my knees.
That's right. Yeah, I'm screwed. We're screwed. No, I think what's problematic about it is that we're trying to push away from this naturalistic feeling. Somebody, I believe it was my son, that came to me the other day and said something about why is gay not good? And I said, well, listen, you can be accepting of whatever you'd like to be accepting of. If you'd like to accept people that are gay, which is good. Because those people aren't usually dicks. They're just people, know? And just because they have proclivities and dick butts or whatever, you know what I mean? That's their thing. But those people are usually, and I try to teach my kids that. I try to teach them that that's okay. They can be who they want, but you need to be who you are.
Yes.
And that's the important thing. You need to be who you are. But I had to explain it to them, and I said, for some people, it seems very unnatural that gays would be together because, the parts don't really fit. They do, but they don't. It's like we forced a square into a circular peg. You know what I mean? Because penises and butts weren't really supposed to be there. That's why it's the hidden fruit, the magical thing that every guy tries to get to at some point in their lives. Like, let me do you in the butt. Let's do butt sex. So that's But we know it's unnatural. Guys know that to be unnatural. And that's the reason why women are so against that too. Because, well, not because it just hurts, but but they, they don't want it to be there because it's accident only.
So why does it happen?
It happens because we have, like I said, proclivities to do it. We just want to try it. And sometimes you don't get addicted to what it is. Imagine this.
So if pot was legal, a section of us wouldn't even try it.
Maybe. Yeah, I still think there'd be tons of people that just be like, "Oh my God, it's legal! Fuck that!"
Yeah. That was so yesterday.
I know, right? Yeah. No, but if you take the idea, okay, never mind. Train just right in.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I derailed you, man. I derailed you.
That's okay.
You want to change the
Steve McQueen
subject?
thing. I mean, you said about if we try and get rid of that completely.
Yeah,
and that's the last thing that I remember you were saying.
If you try and get rid of that completely, we're going against the nature of things.
Well, I'm not
the nature of
changing
things.
that.
I told my boys, I said, the penis is meant to go into a vagina. Now, what it goes into other than that is whatever. You know what I mean? What I was going to suggest is what I was going to say. Go to a glory hole once. Without being able to see what's on the other side of the wall, being able to know what's over there, you stick your dick in the hole and you think, oh my God, what is it? And then it comes up to you and it's really warm and soft, but it's not very tight. And you're thinking, you feel something moving. Oh, it's a mouth. Okay, cool. Unless it's Freddie Mercury, then you feel that scraping going across the top of your dick. But no. But no. And then all of a sudden you feel something warm and wet, and you feel like you can feel it clenching and letting go, clenching it. It's a vagina. Then you feel something tight go around your shit, and that's all you feel is that tightness. That could be a hand job. That could be anus. That could be somebody's underarm pit. That could be fucking anything, dude. You name it. You name it. It could be a dog's fucking stab wound in the side of a dog and you're fucking it. You know what I mean? It's the worst thing ever, but you don't know. You know what I mean? You have no idea. And that's what I think about butt sex. I think a guy tries it because he doesn't know what's on the other side of the wall. And he realizes, oh, it's a little tighter, but you know what? It does nothing for me. But it just, and something in the back of his mind says, man, I'm taking this bitch control. You know what I mean? I'm controlling over her because I could put this in there and hurt her. You know what I mean? I think that plays a little bit into it. I think it's mostly our animal selves that's part of. But like I told my son, I said it's natural if these two things go together because that's what it is, And and he's like, yeah, okay.
Much of what you say is true.
Yeah.
But sometimes between man and woman, it happens accidentally.
Oh yeah,
you go in the wrong hole. And then afterwards, you get not that there's anything factual about this, but you get in, you're in the dark, and the first thing she says is, "Oh my!"
Yeah,
and that you don't know. Oh, okay, she's happy. So you get done, and as soon as you pull out, she's like, wrong hole.
Yeah.
And then you spend the rest of the night apologizing.
I'm so sorry.
And then the next time you see her, she's like, do you want to do that again?
Next time you see her
swear to God.
Next time you see her in class. Hello, Mrs. Johnson. Hi, Jeff.
Yep.
We're going to do that thing to me again. Yeah. So, no, dude, you're right. That does happen. Not a lot.
No.
Usually right away.
Yours is,
yeah.
I would say the majority.
Yeah.
But,
no, I was thinking just not a lot because, women usually tell you right up front, you're going at the wrong place, Okay.
Well, I mean, my powers back then were such that.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that, she was turned on enough to just tolerate it and see how.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a big rock star back then.
There you go. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking about that. I think it's more it's against our grain when it comes to our animal beings, but it really does go to the fact of an open mind. If you have an open mind and can understand why people are like that, then it's a thing. Now, there's no better way to put that than being open-minded. But I mean, it really kind of is that, but it's more tipping towards the intellectual. You know what I mean? You can still be intellectual and not open-minded. I know plenty of professors who would say, well, fuck yeah, we got climate change, but damn it, Trump's a good fucking president. That's, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so anyway. Dan's got something good he's read.
I don't have anything to back it up, but I am over here busting up laughing because of what I saw one time.
Uh-oh.
We were talking about ass.
Yeah.
And I was watching this old show, I'm going to guess like around 70s, and it was like a game show, and you had to guess what you were smelling.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That sounds very Japanese.
And it's like, it was bizarre. It was bizarre. Cucumber.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 and then everybody clap.
Yeah.
And they, you could see what they were putting up to his nose.
Yeah.
And this is how I don't know how they got away with it or where I saw it. Anyways, the next thing was like, is that somebody's? Is that moldy cheese? Well, yeah, yes, it is. Hey!
Oh my God, really?
And the next one, the guy's blindfolded, mind you.
Yeah.
The next one, they took him and they put him right here, and there was an ass. There was an ass.
And when they put it up to his nose, they left a streak on his face.
When he couldn't touch it.
Oh, okay.
But he was a.
He had to smell it more than once.
I can't do this without laughing. He kept smelling it.
I'm gonna have to guess doggy style.
And finally, he guessed it. Is this stinky ass? They told him. Oh, I gotta stop. I'm just laughing uncontrollably.
I know.
gotta stop
That's
and
okay.
change the subject.
That's
But
all right.
I am gonna find out where I saw that at.
Yeah,
that does sound funny. It sounds like a movie.
It might be on YouTube somewhere.
Oh, it's hilarious. The guy smelling the ass a couple times just to try. And then when they told him what it was, he started gagging over in the corner.
Did he get a prize?
It's good when you lose your shit.
I don't even remember because I think I was just laughing so hard then too.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I will find it. I am sorry. I'm sorry laughing uncontrollably like that.
Yeah. Okay. So what else do you have? You said you had something else.
Me, I'm empty.
Oh, you're empty.
Yep.
Okay, I got
Shooting
one for you.
blanks. What?
Have either of you ever eaten food so greasy that when you take a shit and you go to wipe, the paper slips?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Paper slips and you run the risk of running a trail up your back.
Whoops.
It's like Clark W. Griswold on his fucking saucer. And Christmas Vacation. Yeah, it's a new thing we got here, son. Check it.
I don't think you want to go porting any of that on mine, Clark.
Yeah, it was good. Yes, I have. Usually Southern fried food does that to me because they just pop it out. They don't let it drain or anything. That's greasy as shit. As soon as you eat, it's like. Yeah. And if you've lived up here for a little while, then go down there and try it. It's like,
whoa,
holy hell, man! This stuff is overly greasy, and it kind of gets you. But yeah, I've had that happen. One of the big ones for me though was Olestra. When they first came out with that, the thing they put in like baked potato chips or whatever.
Did you have leakage?
Yes, anal leakage. One of the side effects may be anal leakage.
Oh yes.
And it was greasy, fucking oily orange shit, and was just like, what the fuck is this? It's just disgusting, and it was bad.
Oily
and I think it fucked
discharge.
me up I think it fucked me up for a lifetime because I still have problems with that.
What was it prescribed for?
No, it was food additive.
Oh, it's food additive.
It was like a grease that they made that was like completely formulated. Yeah. It was totally formulated, by molecules for the most part, and they cooked the stuff in it, and it was just as good as eating like baked stuff. Like you have baked potato chips now.
The flavor was good, but the effect was horrible.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. It was like, oh my goodness. It was like eating something that just had some buttery goodness to it, And then, you paid for it the next day.
Right.
I'm going to go down this slide now. Millions of prizes just waiting to be won today on Wheel of Fortune. My voice is in that zone where I can do the little stuff.
Zone it up.
Yeah, zone it up. All right, man. So, what else we got? Got another thing, Raj?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I watched The Day the Earth Stood Still the other day, the new one with
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. At first, I was mildly entertained. I was watching it to compare it to the original.
Right.
And the original really, it's a period piece now. It doesn't relate as strongly because it was a reflection of the Cold War back then.
Right.
But this one, after the movie, when I got to analyze it, I was like, what the fuck were they doing and how did that thing get made?
Yeah.
Except for handsome Keanu Reeves. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the only thing that really had going for it because it went all over the map.
It did.
It didn't make any sense after a point.
Yeah, to the point where you think the director cut it in that way,
Yeah.
just to be able to get away from that Cold War
Right.
feeling you were thinking
Mhm.
earlier. Yeah, definitely.
But the things where I don't think I'm going to give any spoilers. It's years old.
Yeah.
But Keanu Reeves was like, well, the process has already begun. He came to save the Earth by destroying people.
Right.
Telling Dan. And the woman, who was that? That was Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the mother of the young boy. She's like, well, no, can't you save us? No, I can't. The process has begun.
Right.
Yet, when he has a conversation with John Cleese for about 30 seconds, John Cleese in his pajamas says, well, weren't you on the brink of disaster before you evolved?
Yes.
Well, that's where we're at. Why can't you just give us a break?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then he goes out into this storm of metal and flesh-eating flies or whatever they were, and just puts his arms up, and suddenly it's solved. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
All of a sudden he became Constantine.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was pretty chintzy at that point. I think that whole movie kind of didn't do too well at the box office, if I remember correctly.
I can't imagine it.
Someday we're going to have a list of what movies came out like a shot, but just like died at the box office. My favorite movie of all time is on that list. As a matter of fact, my favorite movie of all time is that, a movie called The Long Kissed Goodnight.
Mm-hmm.
The Long Kissed Goodnight. And it was Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, yes.
Great movie.
Yes, I love that.
It holds a historical value as being the most expensive script ever written or paid for. Yeah.
Wow.
$6 million, I think. Is what
It went
they
through a
paid.
number of writers, didn't it?
No, it went through one guy. It just went through a lot of studios. Yeah,
Oh,
and studios
okay.
were looking like, well,
Right,
we
right.
don't want to negotiate that much.
Mm-hmm.
Just to go back to the day the Earth stood still.
Yeah.
The opening weekend, despite poor response from critics, the film reached a #1 spot, grossing $30 million.
Well, that's not.
I know that's not that big,
No,
but it was, for what it was, $30 million.
What year was it?
2009?
2008.
2008.
December 2008.
Okay, so yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, $30 million is not too bad if it's not in the blockbuster area. If it's middle of the summer, then that sucks. People are looking for shit to do. So what else you got, Raj?
Yeah, okay, so biblical maybe history. Okay, the blind and the lame people who were healed, and perhaps Christ just had access to medicine that solved problems that were thought to be incurable, but he was... Anyways, these people suddenly could see better. Maybe they got contacts and could walk. What did they do for a living after they could no longer beg? Because really, begging supported a lot of families back then.
Sure.
So were they like, get the hell away from me? I'm staying on my pallet. No, I'm still lame. I still can't walk.
Yeah.
It's kind of like let's bring Jesus. Well, not that I can do this, but let's assume Jesus came to modern day, and there's somebody out there in front of Kmart trying to get home.
Right.
Need help. Right, yes. God bless.
Yeah.
And Jesus comes along. Here you go, son. I got you a bus ticket. No, get away, man.
Right, exactly.
Making $500 a day here.
As he goes back
I
and
never
peels
thought
off
about
his shirt.
that what did they do afterwards? And of course, the Bible says nothing about any of the people that were healed.
No.
Their story just stops right there.
Right. I mean, he did affect some immediate social change. What was the outcome of that? It's like Charlie Wilson's War. You see that with Tom Hanks? It was about the congressman who helped finance the Afghans against Russia.
Who wrote that? Was it Bukowski or
I don't remember.
Is it a true story?
Yes, it's based on a true story. But at the end, several characters were rolled up into Philip Seymour Hoffman's character, Gus, who was Gust. That's what we call him, Gust. Who had his fingers in all the intelligence agencies and all the different foreign leaders who were looking to make a deal. And so, anyways, the Afghans prevailed over the Russians, and Tom Hanks and Gust were having a celebratory drink, and Tom Hanks was like, well, all's well that ends well. And Gus says, we'll see. And he's there, what do you mean we'll see? And he's there, told some Chinese story about a boy who had been cured of his blindness or whatever. And again, he could no longer beg, and the family wound up dying, and the village wound up crumbling. It's just, you don't know what's going to happen next. And I mean, of course, it's easy 20 years down the road to make a statement like that in a movie, but if anything like that happened, well, yeah, sure, we see what happened. The Afghans did not suddenly become these peace-loving Democrats.
No,
they just became their own warlords.
Their own divisions.
You help one, you're not necessarily helping things down the road. I mean, it was the immediate threat was the Russians. That's what they were going after.
Yeah,
but they didn't necessarily make things better the way they handled it.
Yeah, there was Aaron Sorkin's the one that wrote that.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's always very political. He's a lot of stuff. He that one, The Newsroom or whatever that Jeff Daniels did.
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that speech he did?
Yeah.
I was like, now wait a second. If anyone tried to make that speech in real life, at a college or anywhere, he'd be shouted down before he got through the first paragraph.
Yeah. Because the United States isn't tops. As soon as you would have said that, you'd have had some rednecks in the back go, hold my fucking beer.
You've had people screaming at him, I don't care what station in life, right in front of them. You just don't get away with that stuff.
No, not at all. So.
Unless you're in Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah, Aaron Sorkin's world.
Right. Something I think you had mentioned the other week about being conscious after being guillotined.
Yes.
Do you think that's legit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because they did. I don't know if I told the story. I think it was one that it sort of derailed.
But how would... Go ahead. Sorry.
No, but there was a guy, he had an assistant. He knew he was going to get guillotined.
Yes.
And he went there to go get guillotined, and he told his assistant, go to the basket where my head will be, and I will continue to blink as much as I potentially can for as long as I can. And it lasted something like 27 blinks.
Yeah,
so,
I had heard about this.
Yeah, and it's very, very possible that you still are conscious for the most part, and maybe you do feel that instant amount of pain, which really, really sucks. But I think honestly, that 27 seconds would be unbearable, and it will probably get a lot of people fighting against it now. Like, people nowadays would be like, "Oh my God, that's inhumane," and they're to an extent that's right, but it was foolproof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it worked.
It was like, yep, there goes his head. Okay, we're good.
But I wonder, like with any incredibly traumatic injury, a lot of times people don't even feel it until down the road.
Yeah.
So with something like that, would you really be in pain? And even if you maintain some semblance of consciousness for a few seconds, would it really be... I mean, you would be sentient to a degree.
Right.
Would you really be conscious...
of the nerve endings
aware,
and stuff, yeah.
I mean, because...
loss of the nerve endings, I think, at that point, would be the last thing that sort of goes through.
I mean, I would think you'd short out really quicker than you... I mean, I could see you blinking. I've seen dead people blink.
Yeah. It's creepy, but muscle memory does
right.
that. And that's what I was going to suggest, too, is if you're making your body do something... A really great example is guys who have heart attacks on the run, and they're running, and they have a heart attack, they fall over and die. They keep running, like their bodies continues to move because of the muscle memory at that point. It's like you sent these messages to that stuff, and it continues to run. Uh-oh, Dan's got something good. What do you got, man?
I found that video.
Oh,
okay.
Cool.
Let's play.
Okay. I
don't know how to play a YouTube video.
You're going to have to start it over. It looks like it stopped in the middle.
Yeah.
Are you volume up? Volume up.
Can you hear it?
Mailing.
Paint. Correct. Now he's smelling...
Ost.
Cheese. Correct.
En sur sok.
Did old socks? He's
Sure underbukser.
smelly underwear? I don't know. That's what he said. I gotta stop. You got to get that on the website so people can see.
Email me.
He's got his nose right in there, man. Right in there.
I don't know how he doesn't see because he's not blindfolded. It must be.
Well, see, they got the night vision there. He's probably really in the dark.
Totally in total darkness.
Yeah. But you just know the butt model guy had eaten greasy food before. He was 12 hours away from an Alestra potato chip binge.
Keep pushing it up into his face, and it keeps coming down. There's a little bit of mark on his nose and shit. That would be gross.
One of those, he can't get rid of that smell all night. You know, he keeps smelling.
I got peppermint stuck. I can't get it out. Yeah. No, send me that link. Email me that link so I have it.
Oh, I will.
That way I can put it up there. I have to see that. That sounds funny. So what else you got, Raj?
Let's see. We're getting towards the end of it here.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Jeff's got herpes. Sorry, Jeff.
That's what I've got.
Okay. This is sort of in the lines of the shitting hit the fan, but in team sports, armies, political camps, etc., how do you deal with being led into stupidity and needless danger by the loudmouth? There's always a loudmouth asshole on a team, and not necessarily the captain or the leader,
right?
But somebody who winds up fucking it up for everybody. And that's always been my problem with teams, because there's always some dick on there that you know is just gonna
ruin it for everybody because he opens his mouth a little too much. I've had that when I played football. We did have those kinds of people on the team, and those are the ones I had the most problem with. It's very difficult to understand, but sometimes when you play high school football, your testosterone really gets the better of you, and you're a little bit easier to manipulate into fighting someone. And if it's somebody on your team, which I have done, then it's interesting. And those guys are usually the ones, the big mouths, who just can't keep their mouths shut and say the dumbest fucking things. And God, I hate those guys. And it's the only way I do it. I just share with them. I mean, nowadays I just you know what, I just back the fuck off.
Right.
I don't want to be there, man. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be that dude either.
See,
I had a guy, as a matter of fact, was in a group project I was working on. This person was my lead, and when we went to go do this, thing, he just had this I don't give a fuck about you feel. You know what I mean? Kind of like because we went up there and did this PowerPoint, and the PowerPoint at the beginning was supposed to have a video that I created with special effects and everything. And he's like, well, I didn't get a chance to put it in there. He's like, you could have gone in and done it. And I'm just like, I was like, dude, ever since I started this class, I've had this vibe from you, like I'm just a dick, and I'm like, listen, I don't give a fuck, if you want to go after the girl that's sitting beside you, which it seems like he thought I was cock blocking him, but I wasn't. I said, listen, you can go for it, man. I am happily married. I don't even need, to deal with that. I just want to be on the team and be a team fucking player. And I said about that shit where he said, I didn't have time to put it in there. Why didn't you do it? Blah, blah, blah. I said, well, you are the team leader, and you are the person that's supposed to take care of that stuff.
That's if he's signing the checks.
Exactly, and that's part of it, and it just came across to me like he didn't even have the link there, he didn't have the video embedded, nothing. And I said, I did a search, and I found how to do it in the very first one that I pulled up on Google. So there was an easy way to figure out how to put that link there, to actually put the video there. Mm-hmm. And he just failed to do it. So I was a little, and I told him straight up, I said, if you want to keep being this way, fine. There's probably going to be more classes that you and I have to deal with each other, but I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be that guy that's cock blocking, or you think I am, but I'm not. And he came back real cool about everything. He was just like, oh man, he's like, dude, I didn't realize that, and that's okay, cool. So I think I basically took the cock blocking fence down so he could go around. I want to get into some of that. You know what I'm saying? So no, but I'm not talking ill of the guy. I think it's just worked out really, really well that way, though. And we've been civil to one another since. So
good.
Does he have a chance with that chick?
Not
really.
Good question. I'm not sure, but
Well,
maybe
he was.
They're buddies. I don't know. I think she's got a boyfriend too, but I don't fucking remember.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk ill of anybody. I'm not. I'm not
that.
saying anything. Like they were dicks or anything like that. No. I don't know what their situation is. He said that they've just been friends for the past 2 years. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's groovy. So I think it really turned out amicable. I think it turned out a lot more amicable than I thought it would have gone. Good. Where somebody just slashed back all this other shit, and then me, I'm just going to unleash like a fucking nuclear arsenal. Right. Come in, the guy's all fucking glass. I'm like, yeah, dude. But yeah, no, I don't want to get that way. I just, I'd much rather just not have to deal with, ignorant people. But, once the situation clears up, I think it goes okay. So anyway, what else?
I was just, let me continue with that. Yeah, as we're adults, older adults especially, it's easier to be less reactive and deal with people. But when you're in a situation where you're basically conscripted,
right,
you have no option but to deal with this.
Yeah.
To perhaps listen to him. He might be a superior or whatever.
Right.
Then you've got a problem.
Yeah.
And,
but it feels forced.
Definitely forced.
Fisting. Oh, what?
It's an exit.
Not my kind of game. Well, listen, gents, I got to wrap this up because I got an important thing to do. So, unless you guys have anything else,
my gun's unloaded.
Ooh, you have shot your blues.
Yep, I'm done.
All over this screen. Anyway, all right, man. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to run the. You're going to run this thing. Okay.
I'll run it. Hey, everybody! Thanks for tuning in. It's Wednesday, 10:08 p.m. Wrapping up the show tonight. I'm going to go home. Roger's going to go home. Jeff will probably go home too, but he's going to hit the bars first. He wants to get out of here and have a drink.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to push off and let the little alcohol go have his little raging fun. So until next week, thanks again for tuning in. Be here next week, Wednesday, 7 o'clock, jeffanddan.com. Until then, have a good night and a great week.